the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
I gotta get a witness. No!
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
That's true. Sometimes I cry.
Oh! Lick my butthole, he laughed.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast. This is episode 1218. Doing a rare Monday show. It's the second show of the week. And as you can see, we're at 42.5% of the way towards our goal. And we're only at the second show of the week. Our last show this week is on Wednesday. So feel free to start the tip train and keep it rolling. Then we'll be off for a couple days. And when we come back, you're probably going to want to sign up for Patreon really soon, because we're going to do a reaction series to the new KingCobra documentary. Many people are dissatisfied with the new KingCobra documentary, including KingCobra, which we'll go over tonight, but we're actually going to react to the entire documentary sometime next week when we come back. So you're going to want to sign up. $10 patrons get to watch our reaction series to that. Also, we're going to do a reaction. We're bringing back movie nights. And before the end of the month, we're going to do Teen Wolf, the 1985 Teen Wolf movie reaction night. So there's a whole bunch of content coming right down the road here. If you're ready and prepared for it, you should sign up Patreon, $10 and more. And then there's also 2 $5 private shows before the end of the month, too. We got a whole bunch of stuff that we're doing that we have lined up.
Write down your pipeline.
Write down your pipeline. And as last night stated, the deal is still going on. I have this bottle of cheap whiskey. This is how far I got through it last night. Send in a tip train every $50 level. I will take a shot of this right here, and we're only $10 away from our next shot here. Every $50 level. So, you know.
There you go.
If someone wants to give $60, I'll do 2 shots right in a row.
That's 2 shots in Ben's mouth for a $60 baller right now. We're just at 50% of the way to our goal. What a crazy way to start the day. That's all I can say.
Yes. 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 So let's keep it rolling. I'll put the link up above here. So I forgot about that. I forgot to put the Streamlabs link in the description. It's very helpful to do. I'm going to do that right now. Let's keep yeah.
You're going to give them a sneaky link?
Yes. Yeah, let's keep the shots flowing, and let's get us to over 50%. I prefer 75% by the end of the night tonight, but 60 would be good too. But just to bring us into Wednesday, which isn't a normal day, you know, where the goal isn't completely so far away. It's close enough that we can taste it in the air. That's what we need.
It's delicious.
Yes.
Are you familiar with the term sneaky link, Ben?
No, but I'm afraid I don't want to know what it is, and we are in the first 10 minutes of the show. So is it something?
A sneaky link is when you hook up with somebody late at night. And it's like I guess this is what the kids call a booty call now, is a sneaky link.
Okay.
It's the future. I misheard it the first time. I thought it was a stinky link. So I was going around trying to get stinky links, and that didn't work out as well.
Okay. We are going to move right into our first segment right now. Here it is.
I should turn off that goddamn internet.
Oh, don't touch me. Don't touch me. TP, are they going to touch me?
Boom, boom.
All right, so we haven't been following Ethan Ralph and Nick Fuentes for a little while here, but I guess they had a breakup. And
it's pretty funny that the entire situation is kind of hilarious.
Yeah, so I guess Ralph was traveling to go to this big Fuentes conference that he's having, and at the airport he got served twice by two different people. Did you hear about
served
that?
Papers, not drinks, right?
Well,
he's a bit of an
both.
alcoholic. He wasn't served drinks.
Oh, he was definitely
well, he probably
served.
was.
Yes.
He probably was served drinks, but this specific serving is the paper.
All right.
Drank.
Yeah, I'm going to do this first drink, and then I'm going to, before we show the footage of him getting served, which is kind of hilarious, he made this really crazy comment while he was obviously trashed right here. And
you think he was inebriated here?
He was trashed, and this is after he got served. This is out in the order of which it was released. It's not necessarily chronological. It's in the order of public release here. But cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Let's hear what he says here if we can even understand it.
See, you didn't understand why O.J. Simpson is my hero.
O.J. Simpson. So you don't understand why O.J. Simpson is my hero.
So right off the bat, he's announcing that O.J. Simpson,
O.J. Simpson,
former NFL superstar, and well, I don't know, he wasn't convicted of murder.
No, he was acquitted of murder. Actually,
he was held liable for it in a civil
acquitted.
court.
Yeah,
is Ethan Ralph's hero?
Apparently.
But we didn't know that.
He's my hero because he beat criminal charges and he didn't pay one single dime to the Goldmans or the Browns, minus the book they stole from him. And
what is going on with his face? What is this blotchiness? Is he Trumpster Bob's son?
I think he's probably got a little bit of a flush from his high levels of inebriation.
His liver is given out?
Could be. He was living in Mexico for a while too, right?
I think he still is.
I wonder if he's on some stuff.
I plan on acting in the same manner. And also I don't plan on losing because do you know how hard it is to prove defamation in California? It's very fucking hard. I'll curb my words.
He's got to curb his words.
If anything Ethan Ralph is known for, it's his tactfulness.
He is so terribly wasted here.
Yes. Well, remember when he was on our show and at the beginning he was fine, and then like 2 hours in he was like this.
Yeah,
he was blackout.
Was he even this bad though?
Yes.
Because this is like
go listen to the end of it.
He might be. Yeah,
Yes.
This is bad.
Yes.
You couldn't even pronounce O.J. Simpson's name. That's his hero.
There's a famous turning point in the history of Ethan Ralph's show, The Kill Stream, that's known as the Pill Stream. And it was the first time he got like really, really blackout trashed while he did the stream. And now it's just a common, like, it kind of opened the floodgates where he's like, well, I got away with it that time, you know? And you could hear like the pill bottle opening in the background. You could hear like this pill shaking around. It's pretty hilarious.
Yeah, I know they would troll him with the shaking pill bottle for a while.
Yep.
But it's very hard. And so we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I don't like your chances.
So was that a veiled death threat?
It's hard to tell because then he mentioned defamation, but at first it did kind of sound like he thought he could get away with murder. That's kind of what
sound like he was saying he could be able to get away with it.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. I've seen him talk a big game before, and sometimes he lives up to it, and sometimes he doesn't.
Oh, he wouldn't be talking at his own murder trial. He would not be talking.
You don't think he'd be like one of those guys that at his own murder trial would just dig deeper, like that fellow that ran into the people at the parade?
No,
who
I
just
don't
couldn't
think
shut
so.
up.
I don't think so.
Well, that's points for Ethan Ralph right there.
I guess so. Here's the first angle.
Ethan Ralph,
This is the first angle of him getting served.
you've been served.
Oh, are you serving me twice?
He got served twice by two different people, and he's so trashed. And then
serving me twice.
here's another angle of it right here, and he
Oh man.
He throws it. Oh, actually, this is the unedited version, so we'll watch this one. He throws it away. Take my dick.
Yeah. Hey, how's it going?
Oh shit. Okay, so this.
Me twice?
Do they just keep serving him until he holds on to the paper?
I don't know. I didn't know if it was for two different things or if they were like, oh, he'll just throw away the first one, so we'll just give him another one.
And even with this video evidence of him being served, can you serve somebody when they're blackout drunk? Does that count?
Yes. Let's see. We got to move up.
He was going to the Nick Fuentes rally, and I guess he tried to DM Nick to come, and
yes, and Nick was
he
like,
never got a response.
No. Nick responded, and he was like, "Yeah, you can come, but you can't be drunk when you come."
Well, that was the response, but Ethan Ralph never got it because his phone wasn't working. He said, so
he claims
he came and he was mad that he didn't get invited, even though he did. And then he doxed everybody.
He did dox everybody. And I saw edited ones. I don't even want to show those because they show like people's first names and their area codes.
Yeah.
But he doxed like full names and phone numbers and all that stuff. There's never
cool with him doing that before with other people, right? They don't care if he does it to them because he did to other people all the time and they never cared.
Well, they turned a blind eye to it for sure.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So it was like originally when he got there, he posted this. Think we want to fly home in the morning. Had something come up. But then after that, he says, you know what? I changed my mind. I'm going to attend the Fuentes rally too. He deserves support. I was personally invited by Nick, and despite having all these lawyer bills come anyway, it would be an insult to Nick and my fans to leave now.
He doesn't want to insult Nick and the fans.
No.
Or does he? What appear to be text messages from Nick Fuentes have been leaked on the Dash Cow image board. And these messages, Nick Fuentes is looking to boot Ethan Ralph, convicted offender, from Cozy without it looking like a win for the A-logs.
Wonder who leaked these. I mean, these are so easy to fake, too, so I don't know. But assuming...
How is there a way to kick him off Cozy, which is not going to look like a cave to the haters, a backstab, a 180 anti-free speech or whatever, and piss off Ralph? It's childish, messy, and irrelevant. Yeah, I'm with the realignment. Here's the thing. If I kiss Ralph, kiss spelled with 2 L's, he is just going to attack me and make it very ugly and become even more drama. And it's not going to get any of these other people off my back at all. But yeah, I have no problem just ghosting him publicly. I've been doing that mostly.
Yeah.
And of course, Ethan reaches out to him in the DM and Nick's like, you can come, man, but you can't be drunk. Nick's actually like down bad for friends.
Well, he
like,
knew
he put up with way too much.
He probably knew there was no way he wasn't going to be drunk, you know?
Yeah. Unconfirmed but credible rumor, Ethan Ralph will be staying home this weekend. He's been given a soft disinvite from the AF rally. Stay home and take care of yourself. You're going through a lot right now. Ethan Ralph responds, untrue. I will be at the rally tomorrow, guaranteed. And a real gunt guard says, no, go home and detox. Ethan Ralph responds, Anybody with a brain cell can see that I'm not effed up at all, and you don't tell me what to do ever.
You don't tell me
At
what
Real
to
Gun.
do. Everyone
You don't tell me
like
what
the
to do
stream,
at
by the
Real
way.
Gun Guard.
I forgot to mention, please like the stream. Liking the stream is very helpful. And subscribe. I saw a couple people the other day that were like, I didn't unsubscribe, but I just realized I'm not subscribed. YouTube doesn't work the way it appears to work. It unsubscribes people from our channel all the time without them actually doing it. So please like the stream and make sure you're subscribed. Thank you very much.
I would have moderators of my own YouTube channel get unsubscribed from my channel, and they were moderators.
I've gotten unsubscribed because I have multiple channels. I've gotten unsubscribed from my own other channels before.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, because YouTube, they create this illusion that if you like something, you can subscribe to it and then you can watch it. But it's like, no, we don't actually want you to watch that. We want you to watch this other thing that makes us more money. So go watch this thing instead. That's
Wouldn't
basically.
you rather watch Jimmy Kimmel?
So I don't know who Ocean Eyes is, but he's replying to this person.
Ocean Eyes says, "Don't go if you respect Nick at all."
Wow.
Ethan Ralph says, "Dude, what are you even saying? I had on a slip. I had a slip up.
Okay, that's
when I got served." I think, is that what he means?
I think so. I think you're right.
When I got served, I'm not drinking and I plan on going to the rally. I was personally invited by Nicholas J. Fuentes.
Nicholas J. Fuentes. Oh, God. Okay, so here's a Ralph video. Let's see what he says.
You show a video from 3 days ago when I was drunk. I'm not drunk now.
Yes, you are. I can tell you're drunk.
That was right after I got served. And you got a lot of nerve telling me shit. You're nothing but a non-fucking piece of shit.
Then why are you responding to him then? If he's nothing but an anon, why are you giving him a video of you responding to laugh at? And yes, you were drunk after that. It was very clear. Or you were on pills or something. He did the same thing on our show. He did the same thing on our show.
Ethan versus Cobra and spin till you spew. The game will never end.
Vosh asked him if he was drunk, and he's like, "No, I'm not." It's like, okay.
Yeah. On Twitter, you don't tell me a goddamn thing. I will be at the rally tomorrow. If they turn me away, I was personally invited by Nick Fuentes. I don't really see that happening, but you know, if it does, whatever. I will be at the rally tomorrow for sure.
It's funny how it's his drinking that got him kicked out of all this shit. It wasn't like the revenge porn and like all of that stuff. That's okay.
Because all that other stuff is based.
The convictions and
yeah, that's based. That's based, but drinking, embarrassing yourself drunk is not based.
Oh, I see.
Criminals are based.
So
this is a cute little picture.
Yeah, he had a Coke.
Literally at a party now, not drinking nothing except Coca-Cola. There's like 9 witnesses.
What? That's such and there's a bottle of water just to offset the caffeine in the Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
I drank
Is that a tiny Coke can or a big one?
It looks like a normal sized one. It's just perspective.
Yeah, it looks so small.
Yeah.
So he's just going at Real Gun Guard, who keeps trolling him online.
It's ridiculous, though, because, like, a picture of a can of Coca-Cola does not prove you were not drinking. That could have been the Coca-Cola they gave you to pour into your glass of rum or whatever.
And it doesn't prove you have a thick one either. You could be using one of those party cans.
Yeah. It's okay. So
last week, among the crazier things EOR ranted to his former cohabitant was that she needed to hurriedly fly back to Mexico to pick up the cats. LMAO. So when do you think this? Where do you think this comes from? A total break of sanity?
Is this something unrelated? I think it is. No.
Sure.
No. It says
is EOR Ethan Ralph, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So his ex was or his cohabitant, who I think was his ex, right, living with him in Mexico. They broke up.
He has 2 kids with 2 different women, and the second one he's still with.
Well, I think they recently broke up.
Oh, did they? I had no idea.
Yeah, I think that's why what this comment was about.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but that's what I picked up. No more money for food. He's about. I don't want to ruin an honest poll.
Sorry. But yeah. I'll go to this one. Go ahead. Sorry.
I don't want to ruin an honest poll in its last minutes, but I will also note the following speculation and fact patterns already swirling. The truck, like his license, seems to be gone. Sadly, at least one cat has since mysteriously disappeared.
What?
He's making his biggest plea grift yet for donos to pay a lawyer with which he clearly lied about having a meeting. He's running up his already strained credit utilization with an expensive new laptop. Student loan repayments are restarting, which will quickly move him to fully back to a poor rating. The Mexican lease for Casa Verde is nearly up and he wants to downsize. Nick is actively trying to rid himself of the menace without incurring excessive pushback. He's admitted a single setback, which clearly has involved weeks of substance abuse or whatever. He has face AIDS confirmed.
Yeah, what is going on with his face?
I think it might just be him being flushed from being drunk and high. It does happen sometimes. It could be face AIDS. It's all only going to get worse, and he knows it. Damn.
Jeez.
And then somehow he turns this into a great win. Ethan Ralph, because he's being put up to it by Swan to try to astroturf me into not coming. A lot of people want to see me come. I just took 4 pics at this party, LOL. Total fake op. The response was you've never done anything to disrupt anyone's events. If this guy really cared about you, why would he make this public?
Oh, and here's the cringe video. These are some groypers chanting. I'm kind of surprised there's a girl there, though. There's one girl there.
Isn't she like one of the Fox News wannabes?
I have no idea.
Ethan Ralph! 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 Ethan Ralph!
It always sucks to be the last guy in the chant.
I mean, it sucks to be any guy in that chant. Girl too. I like how he posted that like it was a credential to him being welcomed. It's like these people are, I guess, drunk like
Love
you are.
Both.
So that's cool.
Sweet boys.
Love you.
Thank you so much. $30 more until the next shot on the road to 50%.
It just seems cringy to me. It's cringy, right? Am I wrong? Is that cringy?
Yes, it is. It is cringy. Okay. It is cringy.
But then after he posts this, well, actually, let's check. Whoa, no, this is a bad photo. So here's the timeline of what's happened in the last 2 days. Ralph flies out to Florida and gets served, looks a dysgenic mess, and is obviously drunk and pilled out.
I'm sorry, but I just have to ask, who actually cares about this nobody alcoholic?
A lot of people.
He's been trending on Twitter.
Dude. Egghead, we could literally ask you the same about Jared. Like, way more people give a shit about Ethan Ralph than Jared Genesis, but you spend, like, way more time on him than most things.
Egghead's like, who cares about this guy? Shouldn't we be talking more about me? You're right, Egghead. Nick Fuentes texts Black Swan to think of a way to get Ralph not to show up and possibly remove him from Cozy. Black Swan has a talk with Ralph and tells him Nick doesn't want him at the rally, after which Ralph announces something came up and he's flying back to Mexico before the rally. We all make fun of Ralph, which hurts his pride, so he announces, actually, Nick invited me personally, and says he'll go after all, knowing Nick is too much of a coward to publicly tell him not to show up. Black Swan leaks text messages from Nick to /Cow to publicly humiliate Ralph and tells a few groypers to get in Ralph's replies and tell him to go home and detox and not to embarrass Nick. This backfires, and a bunch of other high-profile accounts denounce the groypers sent in by Black Swan. We're here. Ralph will show up to the rally tomorrow and make a scene.
All right, so let's see here. This is Big Tech.
I have video.
I have the video of this that I downloaded.
Big Tech has found the eBay account of Teddy Feezer and finds out he's made $98.98 this entire month in his new venture of selling used video games.
This is something else.
May not seem like
That's
a lot.
Unrelated right there. Let's see.
Dalton Clodfelter.
Yeah.
Tried to target Black Swan, who controls AF Post in a proxy war with Ethan Ralph. I like how every time they say Ethan Ralph, they quote it.
CSO.
Convicted offender. After Nick Fuentes told Swan to stop Ralph from showing up to the rally, Dalton Clodfelter has since been suspended for ban evasion. Ho, ho, ho. They're starting to eat their own. They're melting.
They've been doing this for a while. It's a slow burn. No. Okay. Okay.
Ethan Ralph has finally realized that Nick Fuentes doesn't respect him and is now publicly lashing out. He even doxed Black Swan's phone number on his Telegram. So yeah, this is where Ethan Ralph starts doxing. There are noble and defensible forms of racial prejudice, but Nick's is the most pathetic variety. Aggression as prophylactic because he's haunted by the idea of a black person finding him uncool or needy. He threw this entire belief system out of the window because a few black girls were nice to him on a podcast.
Did you see the picture of the black girl?
Maybe Rake's missing is fine.
Did you see the picture of the black girl kissing Nick on the cheek? There's a picture of
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, from Fresh and Fit. It's kind of like, oh my God.
I like how they're calling him out for saying race mixing is fine. It's literally right after he spent any amount of time in a room full of women of another race.
Right.
And he immediately bends and realizes, it was so easy to say, that race mixing wasn't okay when I had never actually spent any time with someone of another race. So now that I have 2 hours, literally changed my perspective because that's what humans usually do. They usually go and they meet other people outside of their little demographic.
It was a room.
And they learn people are people.
It was a room full of people, and he was the only white guy, and most of the people were women in the room. So that.
But you think you walk in saying you shouldn't race mix, you leave saying you should. That tells me he ain't really got. He ain't that strong boy he claims to be.
He left saying he wanted to, not literally, but you could tell.
Ayo.
He turned on me, buddy, many months ago. Okay.
Damn. Ethan Ralph was a household name.
A household name? No.
That household name. The Ralph retort. Remember when Ethan Ralph was like the man and Mundane Matt was like the internet's whooping boy?
Yeah, that was
the amount of things that Mundane Matt got smacked around for in that period of time pale in comparison.
Oh, he took it hard.
Pale in comparison. I don't care how many boulders or flags he collected. Like, this is like repeated doxing. The flagging, not great. Not a high point.
No.
But this is so much worse.
Yeah.
and Ethan Ralph was eating off that.
He was.
It's anybody who talks bad about anybody online, I immediately think eventually they're going to be outed for being way worse than the people they talk about, which scares me. The amount that we talk bad about Jared, I am worried what's going to happen when it comes out that I'm worse than he is.
Here is, I guess they're staging, or they were yesterday, an anti-Fuentes rally.
The anti-cat boy counter rally.
Yeah.
So usually they would do anti-white supremacist rallies where Antifa would show up, and that's where the anti-fascist kind of started. This is really, if it's anti-fascist is Antifa, is this anti-Ka? Is that what they would say for anti-Catboy?
It says that attendees should wear all black, not to be confused with colorful groyper, because the groypers wear like Hawaiian shirts and shit. Bring black lights to avoid groyper bodily fluids. Carry catnip content spray.
That's cute. So the anti-Catboy rally was free admission.
Yeah.
Did it work?
I have no idea. I would think there was pictures of it if it was anything to remember.
Ethan Ralph, CSO, begged Nick Fuentes to call off the attack Catboys, but Nick Fuentes didn't even answer Ralph's calls or texts, causing Ralph to now burn his last bridge. And Ralph said, one word was all it took for Nick to stop this drama. He chose not to because he supported it. Unanswered calls, the works. Blame me all you want, but the truth is very obvious.
Blame me all you want is not a question. That question mark is very... Like, I guess he wants to blame me all you want, but it's not blame me all you want can never be a question. I'm sorry. There should be a comma there where that question mark is.
And then,
And then he was banned.
He was banned from Cozy, officially banned after all this time, after all this critique and turmoil. This was the last straw. Banned from Cozy. And I don't know who this guy is.
This is the picture Medicare always uses. I don't know. I don't know the origin of it, but this is Medicare right here. Jim, I lived longer than Ethan Ralph's Cozy channel.
Nick Fuentes told Ethan Ralph, CSO, he could go to the rally, but he had to be sober. So this is the DM that I guess Ralph never got. Ralph said, man, I got this thing with Blackle Swan. I fell off yesterday, lost my kids and got served. Totally back on now. Bit wanted to ask if you still come out of respect and maybe help solve this if we can. I love the guy. I know you're super busy. Back on sober, I mean. LOL. Also, Black Swan. So he's pretty drunk. And Nick responds with, you can come, but you need to be sober. Otherwise, I can't let you in. And please stop making this a spectacle on Twitter. I know you're going through a rough time, but when you show up to my event carrying on like this, it becomes my problem. Ooh, look at Nick.
Yeah, like, I hate when Nick is the more reasonable one. Like, I have to choose between these two, and I'm like, I guess Nick is like Nick has better manners, I guess. That's the,
but even here,
all I can
he
say.
Couldn't even say no. He couldn't even say no. He's a pushover. He still got pushed over by Ethan Ralph after all this shit. But he's not dumb. He said in the other one that he's like, how do I do this without getting the Ethan Ralph blowback? He knows he's going to get attacked and all that shit. And Ethan Ralph might have some dirt on him. Who knows? Ethan Ralph CSO has blocked longtime friend Michael Sisko. Michael Sisko was in possession of Sandra Ralph's ashes at one point. Is that his mom?
Maybe.
I just exercised 2 betrayals at this point. This one hurts a little. I hope he gets the help he needs. Damn.
So he's on a blocking spree. You make him mad once, he blocks you, and he sends you a never message me again message. I got that from him. I posted the screenshot of it a long time ago, and even Medicare was laughing at it. At that
him
point.
and I are still buddies on Twitter because, you know,
what a
we're
surprise.
both fat. We're both fat.
Okay.
Starting soon, Total Michael Alberto
I don't
Victory.
know who that is.
GNN longtime member of the Royal Gunt Guard, Homo Trollius, takes responsibility and blame for telling Ethan Ralph, CSO, to go to the Fuentes rally. He says that Groypers didn't want to be around Ralph and shunned him. The guy says, I suggested to Ethan Ralph that it would be good for him to take the trip to Florida for the rally. I didn't want him alone and depressed. Being isolated in a foreign nation is not fun. I told him to go and around his friends to help pick up his spirit. I expected Christian brothers to open their arms and take him in. Ethan promised me that he would stay sober all weekend. He has been to many AF events and rallies in the past. However, after he arrived in Florida, I reached out to a few AF guys and asked them to let Ethan be with them. What I could only describe is they did not want Ethan in their presence. I can only assume that this came from the top. It upsets me because Ethan is going through a tremendously tough time right now, and he needs friends. I got to tell you something. If you need friends, find friends that are not related to your business.
Yes.
Because when it comes to business, you don't get friends and business. He needs to know that he's not alone. He needs to know that he matters and is loved. So for his peers to shun him in such a manner was a crushing blow. I feel partly responsible for telling him to go. I had no idea that this would turn into a debacle. I'm very disappointed that it went to this level. We are better than this. Waka waka. And we should be taking care of each other, not breaking each other down. Think deep and pray for a peaceful and triumphant resolution. God bless. Man, those Christians really let Ethan Ralph down, huh? all the good Christian stuff Ethan Ralph has done in the last few years.
So I don't even feel the need to show these because, like I said, there's too much information that I'm comfortable. But you can see like the red blotches here. He just started doxing multiple people that he used to associate with.
He's like, oh, y'all don't like me no more. All right, let's get to work.
I mean, that's his MO. He had a debate with Vosh that got a little too heated because of him, because he was so wasted. He was like, well, I'm just going to dox your girlfriend then. How about that? I'll make her famous.
But to be fair, he said he wasn't wasted.
Yeah. He was just slurring for the ambiance of it all. You know?
When he did drop, didn't he drop the N-bomb a couple times on that episode?
Once, I think.
Was it just once? Okay.
Yeah.
And when he did that, I could tell that, that was from a man who was not inebriated at all. That was an honest N-bomb that was dropped.
Pretty sure I've heard him say it while he was sober too, though. So
yeah.
I love this because it's like the assassination of Caesar, and it's all these
E2 Brute.
Yeah, I see Baked Alaska and Beardson and that weird creepy guy that got in trouble. And then Nick. I don't know who the guy with the beard is. I don't know who that is.
I can't tell either. Was that Black Swan? I would assume
maybe.
Black Swan. I don't know what Black Swan looks like. But this looks like a good group of people that, probably would have trouble opening a pickle jar collectively.
Well, my problem is that Nick Fuentes does not have an arm muscle that big. All right? There's no way. He is not Brutus, okay?
Ali Alexander.
That's who that creepy
trait.
guy is, yeah.
Yeah, the guy that got outed for being I don't know if it was convicted.
No, he wasn't
the
convicted.
SO part of the CSO was accused. The accused CSO. But betrayal is the worst trait, and it never pays or makes one whole. Well, aren't you just special, Ali Alexander? Quit DMing them little boys.
Huh?
Elon Musk is signal boosting Ian Miles Chong and Vito Gesualdi, attempting to get Rumble to deplatform Nick Fuentes.
I mean,
who is currently airing his rally on their platform.
Rare Ian Miles Chong win. Because, I mean, like, look at what they're saying in the chat here. Don't read it. Just read. Everyone read silently what the chat on this. This is a live stream of Nick Fuentes' rally that he had. And this is the chat.
I'm really good at transferring hate speech into dog whistling. So I will translate all this hate speech into a dog whistle.
Oh, no.
Cookie Monster failed us by not properly baking the cookies. Brackets CSO. I think I'm done.
Yeah. It's a minefield. Yeah.
I've had enough with that joke.
This is Ralph's.
Feel good.
This is Ralph's response to why he was trending on Twitter, because he was
trending tonight. Wonder what happened. A certain superstar got owned by yours truly. There's more there too. I'd back off if I were you.
Rah protector.
Play-Doh protector. I'd backing off.
Backing off.
Got backing off.
Let's see. He's doing never contact me again.
Never Never contact
Never
me
contact me again.
Unlike the rest of Anal First, Ralph has been nothing but kind to Ali, and this is how he repays him. So much for loyalty. Shame on you, Ali Jamal. Shame on you. And then this is where Ralph posts. So we got to open. So this is the message that Nick Fuentes said he could show up. And as long as he wasn't drunk, and Ralph posts the message and says, yes, also, Nick apparently sent a condescending message on Sunday, but I had lost my Mexican phone and didn't see it. I messaged him Thursday. 3 days later, he sent this BS. You can see I didn't receive it because Signal shows 2 arrows when something is sent, or at least 1 full one. My Mexican phone got lost by Howley. Cheap spin. So he never even got this message?
I mean, according to him.
Yeah, he's like, guys, no, trust me.
Very
Trust
convenient.
You fell out with a guy that is responsible for giving you a place to earn an income and stay alive for the last 2 years. You attacked him just because he asked you politely to stay sober for 2 hours and not cause trouble for the event he was been planning. So sad. And Ethan Ralph says, I didn't receive that message at all, actually. I guess maybe he sent it Sunday, but I didn't have my Mexican phone.
Mexican phone.
On a Mexican phone we own.
Oh, you want to hear Styx? Oh, this is the longer
Styx,
video.
Hexenhammer.
Here's
Hexenhammer.
This is an abridged. This is his take on it.
Or with Ralph.
We had him on DP once, and honestly, like, he wasn't too bad. Like, I don't agree with his politics at all, but I remember we had him and Lauren Chen on at the same time.
Yeah, that's when we were getting all the cool alt-right people.
Yeah, we
on our
were
channel.
actually. We were. We had Styx, Hexenhammer, and Lauren Chen on the same show. And if you go back and watch it, we got along with them the whole time.
Yeah. At best, you can make them comfortable and get them to slip up on a few things. At worst, you talk to them like human beings, even though they're not.
We'll be starting off with actually the Ethan Ralph and Nick Fuentes drama. I don't have a problem with Fuentes or with Ralph, and so just pointing that out up front. I'm analyzing it from the perspective of a content creator. When you have 2 individuals that have been at the forefront of like the blood sports.
Didn't he used to wear a leather jacket with no shirt under it? And it was...
Is that Razor Fist?
No. Razor Fist does... No, Razor Fist wears a leather jacket, but he has like a shirt on under it.
Okay.
But this guy... people used to get them confused all the time because they both had long hair and the leather jacket. And but this guy wore a leather jacket with no shirt under it. That's what I remember.
And e-commentary sort of thing.
Styx is a better mind than Razor Fist is.
Razor Fist is a comedian. Like, he is Dennis Miller. He's playing a character. I don't take it completely genuinely. He is doing like a more conservative like caricature of Dennis Miller. And if you watch it, that's his shtick. He even has like the anyway. And then Styx is just like kind of a nerdy guy, you know, but pretty well spoken. I guess he's really into gardening. He met some Dutch, like last I heard, he had met some Dutch girl online and moved to the Netherlands, and that's where he lives now.
Styx is an interesting fellow.
Yeah. Yeah, someone told me he'll just pull stinging nettles with his bare hands because he would make gardening videos, and he would like literally like pull stinging nettles out with his bare hands. He's a crazy guy.
Sucks.
Yeah.
For some time, it becomes relevant for social commentary. I'm not going to get into it with either of them, but I'll give my thoughts on that actually. Okay, here are my thoughts on the Ethan Ralph Nick Fuentes saga. And I say this as someone, I don't have anything against either of them. I watch their content sometimes, although not as much anymore.
Oh yeah, he's into like witchcraft too. That's another thing that like kind of sets him apart from a lot of the other conservative people online. He's into witchcraft. I forgot about that.
I think Nick Fuentes is
I
basically...
kind of want to see him. And you ever watch the streamer Asmongold? I want to see the two of those guys fight in a pit.
You know, just a quick tangent. Is it Asmongold or Osmongold? However you say it.
I don't watch him enough.
He was in a GameStop commercial the other day. I was watching.
Really?
I was watching YouTube on my TV, which you can't do an ad blocker on your TV, so I see ads and I have to skip them. And there was a GameStop ad. It was him and two other people who I'm assuming are streamers too, because they were all like really bad actors. Like it was really cringy because none of them could read the lines well or anything. But it was interesting. I was
Probably
like, hey,
OTK people. I never watched commercials.
Years ago, I was in his DMs getting him to agree to come on the show, and it just kind of fell apart. But I had like a tentative like agreement for him to come on at one point. Probably like 2018-ish.
Just on Cozy now, and Ethan Ralph is mainly just on Rumble and was on Cozy. We'll get into that. He was banned from Cozy now. And so their material isn't on the sites that I tend to use as much, so I watch a little bit less of it. But I do sometimes enjoy the content. Sometimes, I mean, it's hit or miss. I understand that my own videos fall into the same...
A lot of build-up here, Styx. Let's cut to the chase.
A lot of build-up.
There's not necessarily...
And this is edited, too. This is edited down from a stream, right?
Yeah, he's long-winded, and
video that I make necessarily is palatable to every member of the audience, and that's normal for a content creator.
He's trying not to ruffle feathers, too. If you notice, he was like, well, I have no problem with either of these guys, just approaching this as a content creator.
You know, it's water under the bridge. What appears to have happened is that Nick Fuentes, he was going to the fit and fresh sort of thing, gave his almost Hitler-esque speech. I will use that term, and I don't think that he would be insulted by it. And
no, that would be a compliment to him.
Talking about the Talmud and various verses therein. We will not get much more into that on a YouTube live stream, although I can probably elaborate tomorrow in a New Tech exclusive. There is some religious accuracy there, to be clear. If you've studied anything about maybe Orthodox Judaism, the Talmud says some things that would not generally be considered palatable or politically correct.
Has he said anything yet?
Well,
has he said anything yet?
He's kind of just went on saying that on his side channel, not YouTube related, he's willing to expose the Jewish conspiracy. He's just randomly, nonchalantly saying on this side channel, I will expose the JQ. So that is kind of something. Crap.
I know he blew up on, like, he was, when BitChute first became a thing, he moved a large portion of his audience there while he was kind of at his peak on YouTube, and he still has a huge YouTube channel, so he can say whatever crazy shit over there and get away with it.
Grandmaster Bert in the pleb chat says, this is why I stopped watching him.
Because he's long-winded, or because
he doesn't get to the point?
Okay.
In the modern environment, and so we may be able to cover that again in exclusive for fear of being banned from YouTube. That's number one. So he did that. And there was a Groiper event. There was an America First sort of rally. And Ethan Ralph, I guess, at first, claimed he wasn't going to show up. He wasn't going to be able to make it, and then doxed the location. Showed up anyway, did some recording, and there
so
were,
really quick,
is
this part of his video just him going over what we just went over with our audience?
I guess. I don't know.
Maybe Styx's opinion doesn't matter. I don't know. Wait a second. No, I'm going to say this. Styx's opinion doesn't matter.
Okay.
This is what, 3 minutes in, and that's an edited version? No, sorry, Styx. I don't care if you drop that hot fire, dude. Bwomp, bwomp. Bye. Lolicon Groipers, who are loyal to Nick Fuentes, are now saying they are not attracted to Ethan Ralph's daughter.
No.
That's... I gotta be a troll, right?
I don't
this
even
gotta be a troll.
No, they exist, right? They exist. I don't even want to read those because I saw like the thumbnail for them and it's gross, so I don't even want to go there.
And this
Ethan Ralph's daughter
picture
is
here.
like 2 years old or something.
Yeah, I wasn't going to go that far into it.
Yeah.
But people could probably put two and two together.
Yeah.
This picture with the guy on the bed is showing that Beardson Beardley has fallen in line with Cozy and is now taking shots at Ethan Ralph. His buddy, he's now turned on his buddy. Beardson says, excited to stream tonight. We got a lot to talk about. Yeah, probably not streaming tonight. We'll see.
2 hours and 45 minutes later.
We'll see.
All right, I guess.
It's just like I was a little bit shocked to see just how timid Fuentes is in giving direction. Like, if you want someone to fuck off, just go out and
well,
say,
just
fuck
get
off.
rid of me, nigga. Like, well, you know why? You know, he had conversations with Milo, and he was scared to get rid of me. You saw the text. He was scared to get rid of me because
to get rid of him.
To get rid of him,
he knew I would light his ass up.
Killing Ralph to Milo.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, that was from Milo Yiannopoulos.
It's just like
I didn't know that was Milo that he was texting to, but I'm not surprised.
And Ethan Ralph ended up getting the dub and winning because everybody started talking trash on Nick Fuentes. Like, somehow Ethan Ralph looked like the man for turning on him.
That is crazy.
Everybody on Twitter was like, "Oh yeah, down with the cat boy." They're like, Ethan Ralph has been Ethan Ralph was so far down that anything he did was going to bring him back up.
I saw a few. I saw this meme right here. Check this out.
Drake the fucking piss, motherfucker.
Oh my god.
It's a little sippy. Sippy sipper.
Yeah. I mean, the rhetoric, like, Ethan Ralph is a CSO. He is all of these things. He's a doxer. He's petty. He's a backstabber. All of these things. But Nick Fuentes is pretty bad. And the shit he said at this rally is ridiculous. Ridiculously bad.
You have some of it?
Yeah, here it is. Trigger warning. Trigger warning.
If a Gentile hates a Jew, he must be killed.
So he's reading some old, Old Testament biblical law. And of course, the law was slanted towards Jews. And it was their laws. That's why. These were ancient people that had barbaric customs. A lot of people did back then.
But when a Jew murders a Gentile, there will be no death penalty. Do you think it might be a problem that the people that are running your base, that are making the movies your children watch, do you think it's a problem that they believe that all Christians must die?
I don't think they believe that.
Hold on a second. Now, a couple hundred years ago in this country, there were some race laws that meant if you were African American, a slave, you didn't have rights and you could be murdered as property. There was a different, but you don't seem to defend those.
No,
you don't seem to defend those, Nicholas J. Fuentes.
Also, I mean, there was all sorts of European tribes that were barbaric in nature, that had unfair laws and pillaged and did all these things that we would consider horrendous.
Just a couple hundred years ago in this country, we were dealing with stuff like that. Right now, we're dealing with stuff that probably 100 years from now is going to be looked down upon as barbaric. We still have things that are hideous that we turn an eye to. We turn a blind eye to because we have to get through the days. We have to get through the years. We have to get through lifetimes to get to a better world. And people who hold on to the past and keep us from getting that progress are part of the problem.
Part of the problem. I love this video. This isn't new, but I just love this little bitch boy slap fight right here.
Don't fucking touch him. Stop.
This is during his Kanye period where he's wearing like weird like rain boots. When Nick's fashion changed, look at those boots.
Those are cute boots.
You wear those when you're like gonna go stand out like shins deep in some water and go fishing.
Do you think he fills them up with rocks so he won't tip over in the wind?
I think he fills them up with rocks so he'll be a couple inches taller.
Your F says that was not considered the barbaric age. Please stop just saying anything. Well,
did I say it was the barbaric
age?
Yeah.
Whether or not it was the barbaric age, we have historically had tendencies that are barbaric in nature compared to where we're at now. And in the future, where we're at now will be considered barbaric. I promise you. We have a lot further to grow as human beings as we've grown as far as we have now. Not about the barbaric age.
Yeah, we never use the term age.
Yeah, the barbaric age of consent.
It says a barbarian or savage is someone who is perceived to be either uncivilized or primitive. I mean, that's a pretty simple definition, right?
Your F says, you said it was barbaric times. Yes, those times, a lot of the things they were doing were barbaric.
I didn't say that, but we didn't say age. Like you're saying, like it's this specific time, and only
The
things
times were barbaric.
Right. Like, only within these 2 years was it actually barbaric. Yeah.
Your F is saying that era was very civilized. Our era right now is very civilized, and we still are engaging in barbaric practices that we just accept right now as a society.
Check this out. The Greeks used the term barbarian to include all non-Greek speaking people. So like
that's fair.
So like anyone who didn't speak Greek language was considered barbarian, even Egyptians and Persians.
The Greek call me Ramale, and that's the only thing that keeps me alive.
Oh shit!
Drink.
Oh god! Man.
Drink. Drink. Drink.
All right, let's everyone, please like the stream if you haven't already.
Please like the stream.
Please like the stream. And,
subscribe, wipe that ass backwards. $25 more to our goal, and Ben takes another shot. And
then we'll be at 50% going into our next show here. So I'm hoping we'll get maybe like 60% at least. Let's do.
I was feeling really good yesterday before the show started. I was like feeling real confident about myself. Like my back had just healed up, and I went to bend over to lift up the green screen behind me. I have a fold away green screen. I went to bend over to lift it up, and boom, I snapped my back, set me back. Was so messed up. Ben, pour that shot.
There it is.
I have that shot.
I gotta keep reminding myself that no matter how good I feel, I'm still broken. Oof.
I'll bend over to crack my lower back on purpose. Like I'll like
put your back out.
Well, it doesn't get put out, but it cracks and it feels really good. It's like a chiropractic adjustment almost, but it's my lower back. And my
lower back is messed up.
I bend over and kind of like hang there, like let gravity let me hang there a little bit, and it usually cracks it really good. All right,
I just bent over.
Here it is.
Pop my back.
Another
Monday
one.
Shot.
Oh no.
Shot.
Okay, now we're 25.
You're 25 away from another shot. Urban mass coming through. So if somebody else tried to get that 25 to get you a shot, that would get another shot. There you go. Hey, what's up, Super Nanny? I have a chiropractor in my area, but I couldn't walk to him today. I was going to go to the gyro, and I couldn't do it. I messed my back up last night. Ayo. Blade actually doesn't live here anymore, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
Blade can't crack my back anymore. I think he moved to the Midwest. Am I wrong about that? Pretty sure he's out there living with the homie Folds. Big Folds. I could be wrong about that, though. I just saw him partying with him.
Our buddy Sturgis. There it is.
There you go, Eric. I told you. There's that other shot
Sounds
from the Benny
delish.
Ben. What you got? For your funny friends.
You guys are going to have me talking like Ethan Ralph by the end of this episode.
As long as, you don't get banned off Cozy, we're fine.
We're not on Cozy. I hear there's an opening, though. But the question is,
Ethan Ralph.
But the question is, if we join Cozy, will they get mad at us? And by they, I mean our fans.
What's up, V Infuso in the chat? Greetings and salutations.
V Infuso. Here we go.
I cannot still drink with my new diet. I can't even drink water the way I like to drink water with my new diet. I have to measure out 2 liters of liquid every day. That includes ice cream. That includes soup. I can only have 2 liters of that every day. So alcohol, no, I had to give up drinking iced tea. I used to love drinking iced tea, but the caffeine dehydrates. So it's like, I can't even have iced tea. Can't even have iced tea.
You'll find that you fart less. All right. Let's.
You guys says bring back mint salad. We should reach out to mint salad and the whole crew over there and see who wants to come on.
So we got to talk about Sturgis. He made another video about us, and I guess we'll see. I don't think he actually responds to us. I think he just reads our comments again. He's afraid of us. It's cute in a way. But let's hear what he has to say.
Hello everyone, I am Renowned Zero, and we are back again talking about the fats yet again.
I'm convinced he has like 4 t-shirts.
Because they
You know what? I know he's not going to respond to this because he's scared. But show us your body, dude. Don't be a wimp. If you want to call out us for being fat, let's see your body. I don't think you're built like that, dude. I think you're...
He's going to say that makes us sound gay or whatever. But I did see someone captured a few screenshots, and it kind of looked like he has titties and stuff.
He's got little dough titties. Yeah, he's got little dough body.
Doughboy titties.
He's a doughboy. Come on. I know he's not going to respond to this. He's definitely going to watch it. But he's not going to respond to this. Show us your doughboy body, you wimp. You're not packing enough to call us the fats.
Last night that they would do another live stream on me, so that's 3 live streams.
Well, the thing is, he lives vicariously through Eric July. Eric July looks like he's in good shape. This guy isn't, but every accomplishment Eric July has, this guy takes credit for it and walks around with this vibrato as if he has accomplished everything Eric July has.
That's what most people actually in this world at best. Their accomplishments are the people they support. You know, and I'm okay with that. Like, I'm okay with people just supporting other people.
I'm not okay with them taking credit for it. They had nothing to do with other people's success.
I think everybody who donates to Drunken Peasants is completely responsible for our success. Everybody who donates to me directly is responsible for my success. Because without those donations, how could I ever eat healthy and happy for the rest of my life?
In a row as they're clamoring for some type of clout from me, which the only thing that's going to happen is the Streisand effect, where I'm going to continue to gain a following and you're not.
That's not how okay, he does not know what the Streisand effect is. The Streisand effect is when you put so much effort into hiding something that the effort draws more attention to it.
Yeah, this is not the Streisand effect.
No, it's nothing like it. He has no idea what the Streisand effect is.
The Streisand effect comes from the South Park episode on Barbra Streisand.
No, it doesn't.
She hated it so much. Are you sure?
Yeah, the Streisand effect comes from a time where Barbra Streisand bought a new home and found out that one of the local newspapers had published where it was. And she had done all these things to prevent this newspaper from publishing the whereabouts of her new home, thus drawing more attention to it.
South Park was the attention then. Okay. All I remember is South Park.
I don't think it's South Park. Let's see.
South Park is the inevitable reaction to that then.
It might have been a reaction.
Yeah. The South Park was the reaction to it. But yeah, we're not trying to hide anything, so I don't know why he's calling it the Streisand effect. We're literally goading all of you, the whole Ripaverse, to come in. When Ripaverse Goalpost shows up, we goad him as well.
I don't think South Park had anything to do with it. honestly.
Are you sure South
Yes.
Park didn't coin the term the Streisand
No,
effect?
I'm sure. I'm sure.
Okay.
Yeah, this entire article is about the Streisand effect and how it like the first one happened, and South Park isn't mentioned in the article once. I think it's literally just a term that was coined because of this phenomenon here.
You're going to continue to lose a following, and I'm going to continue to win and gain viewership because I'm the one being an honest person. I'm not the one sending their fans over to harass you, which, by the way,
Are you harassed? Hold on, I thought it was engagement and for the algorithm. Is it harassment because you respond like a dead-brained idiot to every comment for the algorithm, for the algorithm? So is it good for you or is it harassment?
You know me, right? Like I'm never victim shaming anybody, but when you lay back on your webcam with your legs up in the air and say, "Oh no, don't come and get me. Don't come and get me." And then people come and get you. You're like, "Oh, you sent them to come and get me. All I was doing was laying back on my webcam with my legs up in the air." You're responding to the comments. You want this engagement. You're liking the comments. You need to not be a weird quasi half victim when you're the perpetrator, dude.
Or comment on any post or video that I'm going to show in this video. Just keep all your comments in the comment section down below.
Oh, you're such a good guy.
Video game of the day, though, Castlevania.
Look at okay. He stuck his little boobies out.
Look at those chesticles.
Hold on.
Leave a comment down below or like the video. So, here's your live stream that you think somehow is going to get you more followers, even though it's not. It's not going to get you more subscribers. It's going to get you less subscribers.
Why?
You're essentially, I don't know, punching down on a smaller channel. I'm just covering the news and I'm covering the videos, covering the content that my viewers like to watch, which is anything involving detractors, typically.
So we're not allowed to respond to you. You can make all the videos you want about us, but we can't do it because you're smaller? I don't understand that at all. It makes no sense.
I don't care anyways. Like I will say this, if what we're doing to him was equally as bad as murder and all the other horrible things you can get charged with, I would still do them because I don't feel like this is a bad thing. I don't care about laws. Okay, I do what I do because I do what I do, not because society tells me I can. If what I'm doing to him right now, was equally as bad as attacking a child, I would still do this.
But because you hate
I don't
it so
feel like
much,
it's
I'm
bad.
going to show you again my consistent growing, my consistent views, while you have no consistent.
Is he going to do this every video?
Yes, because he's an imbecile. Nobody cares about your views, dude. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about our lack of views.
He can't even come up with anything new.
Your gain of views is because you're piggybacking off of us. Good job.
Growing and you have consistent views because you have the same people watching all of your content. You don't have any new people watching your content, while I do. But
well, good for you. Those 47 new people that you have really hold up to our 3,000. Good job.
You spent about an hour talking a bunch of noise.
He always brings up like how long we talked about it too.
Good for you. Best video games in town. At least there's a Jared warning this time. Coward. Video game ripotis. I'm pretty sure it's coward, but I guess they're doing that in a way to kind of troll me. I don't know.
Oh damn, he's figuring us out, Ben.
Are you guys selling video
figuring
games
us
here?
out.
Video Game Underground. Sturgis. I prefer Daytona Beach Bike Week. Well, great for you, bud. You're allowed to enjoy that.
This is so milquetoast. I wonder how boring his parents are. I wonder if his parents are just the most miserable people in the world, and they raised such a miserable little chud beardo weirdo.
I love how he has the video up on the screen, and he could watch it and react to what we said, but he doesn't. He just reads our chat. Like anybody could come in there and type anything.
Coward is misspelled in the title. Hey, don't insult Sturgis. That's how he spells it, okay? No, he can't pronounce R's. Why are you closed? Nothing but cowards in this chat. Video Game Underground has the best video games in town. Monetize this person. I guess. Drunken Peasants, what about the final pages of ISOM? This guy's in my comments all the time and gets called out by my viewers because they're more intelligent than your viewers. My viewers are
I like how he's calling out Hell's Only for not being intelligent. Hell's Only is consistently one of the top information sharers in our chat. I'll say that right now. So if he is dumb, he's the smartest of all of you. So you're all terribly dumb.
Your
He's up
viewers are
there.
room temperature
He's up there.
IQ.
Maybe not the smartest. I see Trubisky in the chat. Trubisky's probably smarter than Hell's Only.
I'm just saying. Hannibal, jump in. Hannibal, jump in. I kind of wish Sturgis would have started crap with me. I'd love to jump in, but I'm Ubering in Atlanta.
Well, I'm glad that he
Sees
finds
Drunken
this
Fats
more
who can't
entertaining.
bite at Sturgis's ankles. He got 3 more subs.
He got 3 more subs. I'm growing.
So proud of him.
He's given up replying to me when I go to his channel. You're not really worth my time.
Just like you said, we're not worth your time, but you keep making videos. You say you don't have the time to watch our video, but you can make a video in the length of time you could have watched our stuff.
Yeah, and if you made a video about something other than us, maybe it would be cringy enough for us to reply to anyways. You don't have to just reply to us. You can be cringy on your own.
Yeah, I'll just go through his back catalog. Why not?
And when I do reply to you, you say a bunch of crap that...
He claims he's growing, but his most viewed video ever was from 15 years ago, and it was just him playing Smash Brothers.
Doesn't really matter.
A lot of our fans are subscribed to his channel, and they're saying that they plan to unsub from him when he hits before he hits 1K.
That happened to Egghead back in the day.
Oh.
Egghead had this like subathon where he gained like a ton of subs overnight. And then as soon as he hit his goal, they all just like unsubscribed. Like he just said, "Don't remind me."
Poor Egghead.
Doesn't affect my channel.
Egghead,
anyway.
this guy is like, honestly, Egghead, you should start a program with
Chudhead?
this guy and get him to respond to you. Yeah, he's like Chudhead. He's like everything bad about you, like everything good about you. Like you love Star Wars, you love entertainment, you love media. Like you definitely love certain things. He's like that, but with hate. We don't like him, Egghead. You should try and start an actual Mania program with this guy and see if you can bait him.
He won't
into
no.
responding to you.
He wouldn't even come on here and do a live exchange with us. He's a coward.
He might not come on.
He's a coward.
If we can get some responses between him and Egghead, that'd be pretty good.
They even tried tagging me. Video game Underground has the best video games in town.
It's underground. Get it right.
It's like a weird thing that they've started. It's like cult-like. It's a cult-like thing that they've started.
It's cult-like.
Oh, you mean like when all of Eric July's fans create Twitter accounts to spy on people who don't like him and report on what they say? Kind of like that, you mean? Kind of cult-like?
I guess.
Ooh.
I only read the Bible. Let's keep going. Chat, you'll know he'll be reading from here later. So give him your A game.
Yeah, there you go. You're so predictable, dude.
Again, from what I was told, you had 227 viewers on this live stream.
Okay.
Compared to your 100,000 subscribers,
I love it. He's so obsessed with the numbers.
8,000 subscribers. Blockbuster Video. Bro.
Yeah, and Eric July has like 300,000 or 400,000 subscribers, and he doesn't usually crack 1,000 when he's streaming live.
Uh-oh.
Goddess
Don't
love
compare
him.
us
He
to
does
him, though.
have good
That's his
taste in
god.
Video games. Sheesh. Please invite him on the show. Something I'm never
I like how someone gave him a compliment.
See, you
on
just
his taste
talked
in
over
video games.
the key right there. You just talked over it.
It's cold like the way he took Fats and Ankle Biter from Big Daddy Eric July.
Oops.
Goddess love him. He does have good taste in video games. Sheesh. Please invite him on the show. Something I'm never doing because that's a waste of my time. I got better.
No, you don't. You're proving to us that you don't have better things to do.
I have better things to do, like respond to comments on a video that I'm too scared to respond directly to.
Yes.
Things to do.
Come on
Thanks,
live with
Sturgis.
us, little bum. We'll talk to you. By the end of the stream, I bet you'll be a big fan of Ben and I. I bet.
Peasant,
Come
he
on.
clearly needs it.
Come on
Sturgis
live.
just needs an IRL friend.
I'm willing to
I
be his
fell asleep during
IRL
Wild
friend.
Bill. I saw my name in Sturgis' first video. I'm famous, boys. Well, good for you. I'm glad you're famous. Thanks for reading my previous comment, Eric. But I really do need you to explain the definition of punching down. Where does this clout come from if the bigger person punches down on the little one? How's Billy going for money given the
Did he even respond to that?
American healthcare system?
He didn't. He just read it and like ignored the question.
Explain the definition of punching down. Where does this clout come from if the bigger person punches down on the little?
Yes.
The little one.
Yeah. Where does it come from? Because you said we punch down on you for clout. Where's the clout coming from?
How's Billy going for money given the American healthcare system? Week in the hospital sounds like it was catastrophic. Sturgis kind of looks
Yes,
a bit
I'm
tubby.
officially dead.
So is he? He's not even responding to the comments now. He's just reading them.
I guess he stopped responding when the girl said that he was had a good taste in video games, and then he's like got a compliment, and then now he's just trying to respond through because he doesn't know how to react.
He's
to
not
somebody
responding.
Give him
He's
a
just
compliment.
reading.
Yeah, he's just reading through because he got put off by someone giving him a slight compliment. He's never this, and then they're like, he needs a real friend, and he's like, well, you know, nobody's ever been this nice to me before, so it shook him.
Himself, he certainly ain't jacked.
Please respond to that. Are you jacked?
Yeah, show your.
You don't look like it.
They're saying you look a little bit tubby yourself, dude.
Yep.
Respond to it. Show us your sick ass abs.
Show us a muscle in your arm. His arms don't have any muscle definition from what I see.
Video Game Underground has the best video games in town.
Gigio games.
I just find it entertaining to respond
Did he say Gideo or did he pronounce video?
I think
there?
he said video.
my comments where I purposely misspelled crap, but I did actually mess up on saying he the fanboy, but be I some sidekick, call Tism, and now I just want to add his secret identity. Should just be Sturgis Simpleton. Hey Sturgis, why are you reading my...
Somebody should get him originally saying Gideo game, and then get him reading out Gideo Game Underground has the best Gideo games in town, and edit the two together so that it's like the actual song. It'd be so good.
Comments that
Who's got that in their heart?
Whatever will the fats do, continue to lose followers. That's what they'll continue to do. Dude's just in it for clout? No, I'm just giving my viewers what they want to see. A bunch of people that think they're somehow going to ankle bite at Air July, a more successful person than they'll ever be. Hideo Kojima. This doesn't even make sense with the joke.
Hideo Kojima.
Some is Tism.
It doesn't even make sense with a joke.
Video Game Underground. It's like a cult over here, dude.
Even he's calling it ism now.
I know. It's so funny. His brain's so tiny. His little pee-pee brain inside of his big old fucking dough head.
Weird.
Goober.
You make one gaffe and they think it's supposed to be some long type of cult-like material. They're supposed to continue to egg it on, which again, it doesn't affect me in any way.
Doesn't affect me, guys. Doesn't affect me in any way.
Unreasonably agreeable in our pleb chat says, why is he so personally invested in defending a person who will never thank him for his service? LMAO. LMAO. Have you not seen how simps work? Have you not seen the White Knight territory? These guys will die on a hill for somebody who they'd be grateful if the person just stepped over their dead body to go further on their trajectory. He doesn't care enough about himself. He has no pride. He has no personal accomplishment. The best thing he can do is dream all day about the song Take My Breath Away coming on while he walks into Comic-Con, walking up to Eric July's table. Eric July looks him in the eye and says, that'll be $45. That's the peak of his life right there. Take my breath away. That'd be $45.
You said step over his dead.
$45.
You said step over his dead body, but in Egghead's case, it would be step on his body.
Whoa.
Because it has no negative effect. It just makes you look worse.
Does it?
But we have people who are part of your fan base who do things like this.
Fucking Ruby Jules.
My guy, you are seething. Billy has far more charisma and humor than a dumb black male fantasy comic book that is going to be worthless in a few years. I pirated your comic and couldn't even get through it. It sucked. Whether you pirated it or not, and it sucked for you, that's your opinion. You're allowed to have it. Billy is witty and has an amazing rap career, and of course they put this picture to show how.
Did you draw that, Billy?
Is
that why he's showing it?
That's not me. No, that's I think Ruby Jules drew that.
Oh,
Ruby Jules, our good actual Mania competitor, Ruby Jules.
Is he good at it? He's
good at it. Yeah.
It is
our DP Idol winner, Ruby Jules.
I guess that's what you want to do. You can do that. So, it's both the COVID and being out of shape. These grifters are so unique. Can't wait for them to say, "I'll go to SDCC and challenge the ISOM guy in person." And there he is again. Like I said, do not interact. Improve your speech impediment is one of Eric July's detractors, of course.
No, they're talking to you.
Of course, that's not true. We have a lot to.
I like how he still is calling them Eric July's detractors. At this point in time, Papa, they're your detractors.
Yes.
Talk about you guys are giving us so much butthurt content. It's great to keep it going. We need more from lolcows. Really, the only lolcows are the people that think they're going to somehow make a career out of me or even Eric July. It's quite.
We are. It's happening.
No. We're not. We're not making a career out of Eric July. You said, our numbers are going down. We've had a career. This is just another fucking stepping stone in the echelons of lolcowery. We're not trying to make anything here. We're just doing what we've been doing for a long ass time. Like it's not gonna stop.
Hilarious. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Drunken Peasants. Literally no one's doing that. No one new is doing that, we'll say.
No one new? Like, do we need to, like, advertise at the maternity ward? Like, what do you mean no one knew? Oh, look, someone...
Doesn't matter. We can fall for 5 more years and in our falling still do better than this guy's growth will do.
Right.
Write that one down. I call it now.
Right. His growth is proportionate to his small size.
Yeah, like everybody says, don't drink Mountain Dew. It shrinks your sperm count. It shrinks your penis. I can drink a lot of Mountain Dew. This guy can't.
Someone made an Onision comment.
Like sucking Onision's booty, so I can imagine he hasn't had a lot of time to go to the gym.
Obviously, some girl named Kate is also going to be an anti-O detractor.
I have a history of heart failure in my family, but I'll go ahead and balloon up to 500 or 600 pounds because why not?
Yes.
Right? Exactly.
Sounds like you're punching down a little bit there.
Because this is
I'm big.
This is the whole thing with this. It's like
this is the whole thing with this.
But deep,
great.
But deep. That's all, folks.
Dude, work on your health more than complain about Eric July or even me. We even had Lowbrow Jester. He's been in my comments before. If you knew anything about him, you'd know that for a number of months that he's been working on himself. And if
are you going to respond to it? Like, do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you care? Do you not care? Say anything other than just reading it. Like, there's no point in reading the fucking comment if you're just going to, like, move on to the next one. What is wrong with you?
If you knew anything about the Riververse,
he's a coward. He doesn't want to engage with anything of substance. He just wants to get a little bit of clicks, and we're responding to this. At some point, we're going to have to put the dog down, Ben. He's got to respond to us, or we got to put him down.
Fans, you would know that they don't care what you detractors actually think about them or the comic you all love to attack 24/7. It's the reason I don't really care to go through a live stream. I'd be wasting my time, essentially.
But why? Okay, if the live stream is a waste of your time, then how is reading the comments any less of a waste of time? I don't get it. It doesn't make sense.
This is just easier for him to engage with. He can't engage with us live in video. We're far too charismatic. We make far too many strong points. At least here, he can ignore, not respond without playing these comments. He reads them in his own voice, making the comments so much more mundane than you would if you were reading them with a regular intelligence.
Right.
Well, then why the constant coverage? And the only thing I've done is show love to my boy Billy and tell you snowflakes that Spawn can beat Isom. Well,
boom.
Cool. No one cares.
Jesus loses. Ha ha ha.
Once again.
The only snowflakes I see are the ones attacking a comic book 24/7 because they can't handle the success they disagree with.
That's such a straw man. I really, the success does not bother me at all.
How have I attacked his comic book? All I said was Spawn could beat Isom, and thus far I have yet to see anything that would make me say otherwise. Also, I never said you did. Then why bring up something?
And also, we read the fucking we illegally downloaded the book and read it. In the book, he asked for people to critique the book. He asked for this.
He said he specifically said he wanted podcasts to review the book, and he didn't say I only want positive reviews.
Yeah.
Has no merit in that conversation. Like, I'm just trying to talk about Spawn, but you guys just be hating. You brought it up first, dude. Or is this a gaslighting attempt? More than likely it is. I brought up my main man's Billy and my other main man Spawn, and you replied. Loophole is not surprised. Recounting the course of events that
me, Lowbrow Jester, and Spawn be kicking it.
More obtuse behavior. Honestly, I'm used to it by now. You know what? Isom is used to getting beat by Spawn. Until I see it for myself, we'll never know. Can Isom beat God? Spawn can. Has he ever fought God? Yep. Satan became the king of hell.
Oh God, why is he reading all this?
For a fictional character.
Because he's a Riri.
Amazing things. While he doesn't do anything amazing. He just hates on me and Eric July. But
it's almost like you two are a couple because you get both hated on all the time. Yeah, I want to pull it up here. This is a whole page in Isom right here.
We hope that you enjoyed Isom #1. Please give us your feedback wherever possible. If you are a creator, don't hesitate to let the world know how you felt about the book. What? We want to see those videos and hear those podcasts. Oh, you do?
No.
Don't forget.
Oh, sorry.
Don't forget. We got these stupid copycat cards from The Watcher and the Marvel series that we want you to buy because we got a shill.
Yeah.
The meat and potatoes of this video, which is the comment section.
Oh, you got through the meat and potatoes of the video, which is the comments section. No, you're lying to yourself, dude.
I wonder how those comments got there. Were people maybe watching the video that you refused to respond to make them? Interesting.
It's not hard to believe that he would think Isom is a good comic when he thinks the meat and potatoes of a video is the comment section.
Isom's not a good comic. I don't think the people that read Isom think that Isom's a good comic. I think Isom is a good idea, and they are subscribing to the idea, and they're hoping the comic gets good. They might be lying to themselves
because they bought it already, right? They bought it before.
Yeah.
They bought it before it came out.
They want the idea to be real.
Like, I remember when I was a kid, I'd go to the comic book shop and I could maybe look at the first 5 pages of a comic book and be like, yeah, I want to buy this. You can't do that with Isom. You don't even get to see, when you buy in early, you don't even get to know what the cover looks like or anything.
I heard Isom stands for I suck on men.
Miles Morales better than Isom. Well, good for you. It's your opinion. You're allowed to have it.
Good for you. You're fat.
That's true in every single way. We don't have enough Isom in written form to even compare to Miles Morales. Miles Morales has multiple successful films. He's just better. That's it's not an opinion. It's a fact.
The best part of Isom is when he flies. Good for you, bud.
Is that all you can say is good for you? Are you a commentator? You made this into a video and posted it on your channel? Dude, you are the poster boy for the low-intelligent Eric July supporter.
He's exactly what I would expect an Isom comic book fan to be.
I know.
We saw that video of him from 10 years ago, and he's sitting there and he's complaining about nobody watching his videos. Who are you complaining to if nobody's watching them? Yourself. That's the problem.
Well, the funny thing,
and you found somebody you could complain behind and follow his complaints, and now you've copied his complaints.
Exactly.
You've copied his digs. He barreled out of the confrontation by being like, I'm not going to respond to anybody if they're fat. Well, guess what? The co-collaborator of his book, the illustrator of his book, is a fat. So we already know he's spineless and weak and using the fat as a back out not to engage with Vito. We know that right there. And you are copying every word from him because you are a dumb. And the dumb
and you're fat.
Have no other. You're too dumb to know you're fat. Look at your little doughboy body, dumb.
Shout out to 210 LG. Bro, you know they're starting for attention if they're going after you. Keep it up. I definitely will.
How are we starving for attention going after you? Like, what attention are you bringing?
We're starving for content, man.
Yeah.
With the attention's here. We just gotta fill the fucking attention with some content.
See, that's the thing. He's always contradicting himself. According to him, us covering him is gonna get us less attention and less views and less subscribers. But then we're only trying to get attention by talking about him.
Yeah, he's an idiot. He's a dumb. He's a dumb.
So I am now Sturgis.
And he's too dumb to know he's a fat.
That is, we're not even halfway through this video too. Yet he doesn't have time to come on our show and talk to us or to react to our
Shout
video.
out to 210 LG. Bro, you know they're starting for attention if they're going after you. Keep it up. I definitely will.
I definitely will.
So I am now.
Okay, so
these are the golden days of his life and career. He loves this.
So this is funny because this time it's written out as ism, but he says isum.
Good for you, bud. Shout out to 210 LG. Bro, you know they're starting for attention if they're going after you. Keep it up. I definitely will. Isum
this time, but it actually said ism this time. So he's the opposite.
So I am now Sturgis, Isomtism, Euripides. So I'm essentially a villain for them. It's quite hilarious. Come on, man. And
I thought it was harassment. Is it hilarious or is it harassment?
Age, the hell you doing?
He loves
only reading their chat. Chase that clout like a real man. Head on, Sturgis. I'm not the channel that's dying for irrelevancy.
This is the best your channel's ever done, engaging with us. These are the happiest times of your life. The only reason you're not reacting to our videos live is because you watch those reactions and realize what an idiot we make you sound when you react to them. You know you can't even handle us one-on-one, so you got to go for the comments. You got to soften them up, and you're going to continue to ride this train as long as you possibly can. Because this is the best you've ever done with your channel. We know this. You know this. It makes you happy.
Yeah, what's he going to do if he stops growing? Like, what if the growth just stops? What if he has, like, a negative growth month?
If we stop responding to him, he'd probably just find ways to respond to us anyways because he'll miss us. We're his babies.
Yeah.
Dying for relevancy.
Well, I'm saying the negative growth is coming very soon.
At being irrelevant. They want to be irrelevant. That's exactly what they're doing. Glass houses must be dirt cheap in here.
So, if we're irrelevant, why are you making a video every day about us sometimes too?
He's punching down.
1,000 already? By the way, want some salt for those peasant ankles you're biting? No, I don't eat trans fat, unfortunately. I'm sorry. I just don't. Video Game Underground is the best.
That was one of Hannibal's jokes. He just stole Hannibal's joke.
Best prices on games in town. You better not do this to me. Yawn. Do they?
He didn't read the whole thing.
I like how he better not kiss me, you sweet Sturgis boy. And he says, you better not do this to me.
Yeah.
He's so repressed and scared. It's cute, actually.
I think he lives in...
This is the type of corn-fed doughboy that would read ISOM and be like, this is a fine comic book. I love this comic book.
I love it.
Everything about this comic book is great.
I understand that commenting and disliking and liking my videos is all engagement.
It's not all the same, trust me. There's a reason why they hide the dislikes. Like, if it was all the same and a dislike was just as good as a like, they wouldn't have done that. And everyone would be like, just like or dislike it, I don't care. No, they tell you to like it for a reason. Dislikes are not helpful. Yeah, going back to the Mundane Matt thing. Mundane Matt was serially, all of his videos were multiple disliked. And he went from a channel that was like pretty successful to just like nothing. And a lot of the like, stop doing that. And a lot of the dislikes, stop. Hey, you. William, don't make me sit in...
Was that?
Yeah, stop doing that. That's stupid, man.
Was that?
Great video. Keep up the work. This guy was obviously lying because this is one of those weirdos fans, those fats fans.
I'll take you off the
The
screen.
world needs more lolcows. Yep, got plenty
You're
of them in
being
the fats.
a
Do you have
child.
any other insults or new material? Seems to me you weirdos are doing the same thing, so I'm just here for the lulz. I'm just going to be here, and I'm going to keep winning while you keep crying those salty tears. What are you winning? All you do on your tiny channel is attack people and suck up to Eric July. I don't attack people. I don't do that at all, actually. I just call out nonsense. I just call out the lies.
Yeah,
that
we know you
people
don't
constantly
attack
spread
people.
about
You
Eric.
don't have any attacks. You're weak, dude. You're so weak. You barely respond to people. You don't attack people because you can't. You're a freaking marshmallow boy, Stay Puffed.
July, which is actually something my viewers like to watch. That's called listening to your audience and giving them what they want. It seems to be a lost concept for people like this. And promote his book, which you have no financial stake in. You're not even monetized on YouTube. I mean, I could be. I could have been at 500.
I could be. I could be a contender.
I mean, even if he meets the requirements, he still has to be approved. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's whatever. I don't care about him getting approved. I don't care about him meeting.
I don't think he'll
his
get
requirements.
approved.
I don't care if he gets monetized. Like, good for him if he does. Nothing.
Oh no,
matters
I don't care either.
in this guy's career.
I'm just saying it's not as easy as he thinks it is. Getting a monetized channel is.
If I really wanted to.
Not
I'm
so
just gonna
easy.
wait to 1,000, so I get all the benefits of being monetized. Yeah, was the avatar from John Woo's? Yeah. Yes, Isom isn't a killer. He just punches through the guts of bouncers when he's disrespected. So maybe that's part of who he is. Maybe that's part of the character.
No, it's part of him making a character that's basically him.
He just punches through the guts of bouncers when he's disrespected.
I don't know. I didn't realize being a pay pig was something to brag about. Never realized you were such a brokey. Never realized you were such a wokey since you buy 3 copies of the same woke comic book. Sure, bud. You bought 3 copies of that
This is stupid. We can't watch him respond monotonely forever.
It's
can
really
we?
good. No. It is like it keeps going. It's pretty good.
trash? According to who? According to you? Again, that's your opinion. You can have the opinion that it's trash, whereas it seems like a lot of people, or for most people for the most part, have the opinion that it's not trash. And I said, yep, 3 copies of greatness. Pretty great, right?
Most
Sounds like
people have the opinion that it's not trash.
I don't think
most people that know about ISOM are probably the people that bought into it because of the ideal that was selling it.
Right.
And I'm convinced that most of those people probably don't know that it's trash. And the people who know that it's trash are the people that picked up on it. But, you know, I bet you there's a lot of people that think it's trash that don't say that it's trash because they want to try and get some of that Ripaverse money.
And most people don't know it exists. So when he says most people, most people that know about it probably don't think it's trash, but that's because they're in the space where they would hear about it. They're already...
I still think there's a lot of people that are in the space that pretend it's not trash, that probably think it's trash, but want to get some of that money.
Yes. Yeah, we saw that.
opinions like an asshole. Everyone's got one.
Oh, did you make that up?
Please never stop responding to DP. It's absolutely hilarious watching you make a total ass out of yourself over and over and over for the algorithm.
Lord Magic Kiss.
Because they seem to get mad when I say that. It's hilarious. How insecure must these losers and their followers be to feel the need to dedicate 2 live streams to attacking a small up-and-coming channel? We're at 3 now. It's actually 4 live streams. It's just that I'm not in one of the thumbnails, but it's actually 4 live streams they've done.
Make it 5 now, Sturgis. Make it 5.
Right, but how did it start? You made a video about us. And then we have only just responded every time you made a new video. It started with you, buddy.
I don't even care to defend us against him. Like
I'm not defending it. I'm making fun of him.
We'll go against anybody, whether or not they started or not, though. Like we don't care. This is just content to us, dude. we're just having a laugh, you little weirdo.
No. But my point is that he acts like we just randomly found him and started making videos about him. But he made videos about us first.
Keep up the good work and laugh at losers talking crap in the comments, not realizing that their interaction is only boosting you to even more viewers and subs. Kind of similar to how Eric July brings up Twitter weirdos and dudes with no followers on the YouTube channel to debate. Yep, doing exactly what I'm doing, proving idiots like you are wrong about your BS.
Oh.
Yeah, long beard, love that dude.
Love that dude.
They're living off the relevancy DP had about 10 years ago when the main host was TJ, before they fell apart and went nuts and got stale. Which
okay, the show hasn't even existed for 10 years. First of all,
it's coming up in July, January.
Yeah, I'll
right?
finish explaining it. So the show hasn't even existed for 10 years, and the show's existed way longer than it without TJ than it did with him. Like twice as long.
But that was before we went nuts.
How'd we go nuts?
I don't know. Before they fell apart, went nuts, got stale. I remember when we went nuts.
People were saying the show was stale when TJ was still on it too. People were people always complained, so it doesn't really matter.
By the way, this guy tried to say that Nerdrotic, his whole channel was based around something that he started, I guess.
Are you going to elaborate on that? You made a video about it.
Oh, there's Rippaverse goalpost in the comments. They're streaming about you again right now. Unbelievable obsession. I love how it's the obsession that we have.
But he has a whole Twitter account obsessing over people who don't like Eric July.
That's not how it is, Ben. They're simply reporting the news.
Oh.
They're not obsessing.
Oh.
We're the obsessive ones, Ben.
I mean, furious laughing at you.
We're the ones that went nuts.
Algorithm. Video Game Underground has the best prices on games in town.
The breast prices?
Freudian slip.
Did you say
there.
breast prices?
Same
That's
thing.
what
It's
the
like
Underground's
a cult,
from.
dog. I say for the algorithm, and they say, why don't you shove it up your butt? It's funny you think
That's not what they said.
Nope.
Will show you that anyone half a brain cell. For the algorithm, stay salty, my friend. It's funny how you think your comments affect me in any way. While you continue to cry about me, I continue to grow.
He never cusses, and I wonder if that's a Christian thing or if that's him trying not to be demonetized thing, and that's why he stopped responding to us because we cuss so much.
I don't think so. I think you're giving him an excuse. I think you're giving him ammo right now.
Who's crying? You're a lolcow. We're milking you. Sure you are. Of course, a bunch of crap.
Well, a bunch of crap? Weren't those like Bible verses right there?
Ben and Billy from the Drunken Peasants sent me. Perfect. Just outright flat admitting it. That's how unintelligent their fan base is. Just outright admitting that they're coming from there.
Hey guys, please do not go to his page and say Ben and Billy from Drunken Peasants sent me. That's not what we want you to do. Please don't.
I want you to do it. Do it. I want you to do it. Please go. Please
go. They were going to do
it
it up until you asked them to. Reverse psychology always works.
No,
now
it works.
Won't.
No, it works with children. Being direct.
Our audience is children.
No, it's not.
Video Game Underground for the algorithm. Attack of the Fats should have been the title. It's interesting to see the fans of the Fats continue to infiltrate and comment and believe somehow it's going to hurt me in any way. It hurts because you saw how they easily ragged on you. Oh, they're fat. That's the extent of what you offer. 5th grade level insult. Sturgis, give it up. And by that, I mean, end your life. It's obvious how you are pathetic. All you do is go online, look up Social Blade as if that means anything. No one cares. Obviously, it means a lot, and it obviously hurts the Fats so much that I'm going to continue to do it because they're going to continue to get mad at it.
I don't know who said that, but I don't agree with that. That's naughty. Sturgis should live a long, boring life because at some point he's going to become a fan of Drunken Peasants and start sending us money. I'm sure of it. That's the simp way. He's already slowly turning over to the new leaf of being our biggest fan.
We should make a comic book. A non-woke comic book.
Before my heart attack, I was working on one.
I think what they meant by ISOM being non-woke is that you can't stay awake while you're reading it, and that's why it took us 4 post shows to get through it.
It's like Ambien.
Yeah. It should have been Ambien Som.
Yes.
Isom gets his powers from Ambien, not Jesus.
It's Isom is the opposite of insomnia. It's isomnia.
Isomnia.
Why don't you come to the stream? And yet here you are. No one cares, yet here you are. Keep your chubby chins up. You are a brave boy. Brave boy. Again, cult.
Where's your chubby chins? He had, even in that video we watched where he was like 18, he had little chubby, because he was shaved at that point. Yep.
You look like little doughy Joey.
Growth, you all share the same effing hive mind. You all gather around each other. You live symbiotically to each other. Didn't predicate
I'm surprised you pronounced that one right.
Doing this instead. Again, if you notice a trend, you see this guy quite a bit. That guy is always here, and lately this guy's always been here. So
yeah, if you notice a trend, there's this guy named Sturgis that reacts to us literally every day. I notice a trend here. There's trends.
Yes, they're
are trends.
credible in that it's obvious that this person right here is very much an effing sycophant hoping to get noticed by Eric July. They try
He pronounced sycophant right that time.
Hard to remove R's and remove letters.
Make a
from
comic
words.
called Besom with the exact same plot points as Isom, except he's Jewish and can fly.
Does he not understand that he has a speech impediment? Can he not hear it?
He might not understand. He might be that dumb. The same way he doesn't understand that he's not fat.
It's like it's supposed to be some like own, I guess, or whatever.
Yes,
but
it's them making fun of your speech impediment, dude. Are you that dumb?
all it does is make you look like a baby. Like you're doing fifth grade middle school tactics where you're like, I'm gonna change letters of things by saying things differently. Being noticed all the time. Sorry that the fats haven't noticed you yet. And no, they are not credible when you lie about another man's success.
We notice them because you respond to all our comments.
As viewers aren't idiots.
Yeah, unlike Eric July, our fan base is small enough where we have to have conversations with them. Shit.
Yes, I was supposed to say my viewers or unintelligent viewers. Oh yeah, so I put viewers who aren't idiots can sniff bullshit.
Yeah. Oh, he didn't censor himself there.
Yes, I have a comic review. Yeah, your review was it's great, nothing else. You probably never watched it because I said a lot of things.
Did you say anything negative
and
about it?
I went through the comic.
Yeah.
Too. I went through important parts of the comic. Yeah, you do like the Husky Spur Kids tells you, and don't interact with us. Just sit on your hands. Better not say a damn word, boy. And the Husky Kid runs around calling other people fat because he's super not triggered. I'm not, though. Dude, I don't look triggered at all. Trolling isn't going to affect me, which, by the way, you misspelled. You used the wrong effect. It's actually with an A. Makes 14-minute video responding to all the comments, speaking fast in an irritated tone. Oh, also responding to my thing about how July will never love you with, well, it's the same with Marvel and DC. Would have really cut me deep if I made a YouTube channel dedicated to defending him. That's actually not what I did, but...
They keep calling him chubby now.
Read the last line, Sturgis. Read the last line, Sturgis. Don't skip over the last line, Sturgis. You chubby goof.
This is the...
He's ignoring it, like, intentionally. So now, at first he reacted to one of our videos and realized that he saw the writing on the wall. Then he was only reacting to videos that the Rippaverse Goalpost Twitter posted of us. And then he stopped doing that and just started reacting to comments. Now he's selectively ignoring parts of comments.
He's getting softer and softer and weaker, and his wussy is showing. He's got full exposed wussy.
The entire thing here. Majority of my channel, yes, is to that, but you clearly don't know my channel. I actually do a lot of other pop culture news, so no. But because my
you do, you chubby goof.
Fans respond to that more. I'm going to continue to do more videos on that because that's what people like to watch. That they come here.
He says his fans respond more to this. No, our fans respond more to this, dude. You just spent 38 minutes reading our fans' comments. Our fans are the best thing to ever happen to you, you goof, and you just admitted it yourself, you chubby goof. Show me your belly, you chubby goof. You chubby goof.
So I'm essentially listening to my viewer base on what they like to watch. It's just basic.
They like to watch us?
YouTube. He's chubby but calls other people fat. Definitely what.
Oh, you didn't respond to that. You didn't say you weren't.
I said definitely wasn't an irritated tone. Interesting how you can. I'm husky by top half. How you can tell I'm husky by top half. If you thought I looked affected, which is the right way to say it, not even in the slightest, bud. Cope. You're a sack of potatoes left out on the shelf too long, and you are irritated by the fact that DP, who never heard of Air July before, looked at the comic and said in all honesty and sincerity that it sucked, and it triggered you. Yeah, you can look at a comic book that you've never read and say,
we read it! Hold on. You've talked shit about us for pirating it. Do you think we pirated it and didn't read it? Like,
to be fair, we just finished reading it last night, right?
I mean, we read almost, I mean, what? We read like 4 pages of actual dialogue. And
comic book last night, yeah.
Yeah, and then the rest of it was just filler.
it sucked.
Yeah.
I don't get triggered by fat people. Hey, bud, I didn't misspell Patreon. I correctly spelled patron.
He almost said patron.
You know, patron's the thing that people that supports others on Patreon are called. Maybe if you had some, you'd know that. It's really something that you think calling other people's grammar and spelling is a gotcha. It really is, because clearly you're mad about it. When you are constantly getting tongue-tied and tripping over words.
Clearly you're mad about it.
This is this is a smooth brain tactic too, where, you know, someone can't like open up their mind and prove they're not mad about something. And so it's easy to be like, oh, well, you're mad about it. You got mad about it.
You can tell people that they're mad about something, but you really show your own anger when you don't read the lines like, you chubby goof, and this guy is chubby, but he calls them fats. You're purposefully looking over those lines when you read everything else, which tells me you're the one that's actually twiggered by being called the chubby goof, you chubby goof.
Words. Keep grammar coping. Captain copes a lot. Well, considering on most of my videos I don't have a script and I'm going off ranting, yeah, I'm gonna trip over
Ben,
some
could you pause? Could you pause? I lost place on the script that you and I read every episode.
Paragraph 2, line 12. If you want to start over again, hold on. Cut.
All right. Let's back to the script. Yeah, you turned the other cheek when they called you a chubby goof, you chubby goof, because you're too afraid to talk about it. You puss. You're twiggered.
I like the way you did it. You want to do it one more time?
No, let's just can that one.
Okay.
I'm lazy.
All right.
Words because I don't have a script. I'm going.
Nobody has a script, you goofball.
A script? I don't have a script.
You could have a script. You're uploading this. We're doing this live. Not only do we not have a script, it would be stupid for us to have one.
I haven't even watched this video yet, too.
Yeah, your whole thing would be smarter to do as a script because you're not doing it live. It would sound better if you did script it, you goof.
I'm reacting to your video live the first time I've ever watched it. That's it. You can pre-record it and you're still afraid to react to our video.
Yeah, Honest Red in the chat says, stop acting like reading a script is so easy. For real. This guy's talking down on people who read scripts. Some of your favorite YouTubers read scripts. Some of your favorite YouTubers have
Gotta say the writing for tonight's show is exceptional.
Thank you. You know what? We hired some scabs because they're all on strike right now.
We got a lot of scabs writing for us tonight. We got our teleprompters running smoothly.
We got a
chubby twiggered bitch.
$25 before our next shot. Who's going to be the one to take me to the next level?
You might be having a nice chill little buzz tonight, Ben. They've been portioned out pretty well.
I've been sipping on some burrs too.
You clearly can't understand. I know what they are. You must not listen. I said I don't use commie stuff. Billy's not sending his best. Shout out to Jeremy Reeves again. He makes a great point. Oh, look at me. I'm hell's only. I'm a pretentious a-hole who whines and whines about how people enjoy a content creator I hate. I'm going to act like a pretentious a-hole as I sip
Did
my
he accuse me of not sending my best?
Yes. Like Trump. So you're like Mexico, basically.
You're talking to Seth Looks. If I sent Seth Looks, I'd consider him one of my best.
Ripped one so loud. A rock concert sounds like a library in comparison.
You talking about me? I've been cracking farts all night.
Yeah.
And act better than everyone else. I can make meaningful contributions to society, but that would take too much effort. So I spend my free time going on random Eric July fan channels and acting smugly superior, even though I have nothing better to do with my life. This is 100% correct. Oh no.
Oh God, there it is.
I'm
By the way,
deep in some whiskey and dabs.
That entire paragraph is all projection. Like Al's only isn't whining about how people enjoy Eric July. We're just critiquing the actual comic. We don't like it. We think it sucks. That's it. That's the end of it. And we think you're dumb and a simp with no opinions of your own. That's it. End of story.
I don't think we think he's dumb. I think we know he's dumb. He's proven it. Say what you want about the dumb little triggered chubby boy, but he's proven he's dumb.
I'm doing this for my own amusement, but trust me, you don't want to see who Billy could send if he wanted to send someone.
I tried to send Egghead earlier. Do you guys not remember that?
Are you twetting him?
That's who I wanted to send. I was like, Egghead, start a program with Sturgis. Just start replying to him directly.
He's projecting so much. He's basically an IMAX.
He is an IMAX.
Hey, what about this, guys? What if do all of our actual Maniac competitors have their own YouTube channels?
I don't know, actually.
Should we militarize all the actual Maniacs? When I say militarize, I don't mean to attack him, but to just start making videos towards him, get him to bait and respond. Let's pump this guy's channel up huge. Let's put the whole team out on him. Sturgis versus the world, dude. And, how great would that be?
And then we'll schedule like an unsubscribe day. Like if we all coordinated like one big unsubscribe day.
How cringy would it get though?
We're putting this out there live, but who knows? He doesn't watch our videos. It would be hilarious. If he applied for monetization and then like the next day he woke up and he had like half as many subscribers.
Well, I think when you apply for monetization, once you get to that point, you can lose subscribers and still be monetized, can't you?
You also have to have like X amount of like view time hours.
He's got to have a lot of view time hours.
Yeah,
I doubt he's got that at all.
That's how much I care.
What was that old WCW Sturgis event? Hog Wild.
Hog Wild.
I don't care.
I don't care. I got better thing to do with my time than doing what I've been doing with my time.
Bloody hell, man. He came after you like a dog missing a bone. It didn't take long, did it? Keep up the great work. It did not, and I will. Appreciate you being here.
Oh, I like how he reads the sentimental responses as well. He's just like, he's having the time of his life right now. He loves this. This is the best thing's ever happened to Sturgis.
You're welcome, Sturgis.
Yeah.
Really hard on saying video games. See, you're getting better. No concentration needed, weirdo. You, however, need to concentrate on not hating so much. Video games. For the
Gideo games is what it said. He doesn't want to say it again.
Algorithm. Really proud of your ability to say video more and more. Keep practicing. You'll get there someday. Right? More bullcrap. Keep building the audience, my man. No sweat shed on count of these fools. Slurp, slurp, gag, slurp, slurp. Yeah,
Diesel coming through with the automatopoeias.
Autofellatio. Well, it's a free country. You do you, bud. It's long enough to reach my mouth, but I can seem to recreate your technique. And you go keep sucking on each other. One big
read that a little slower, Sturgis.
I like how stupid Sturgis is, that he like will mute out anything that's like possible cuss word, but because he doesn't read the cuss words here, he's just deeply engaging and talk about fellatio.
That's a cuss word.
He's too stupid to realize he's doing it until afterwards.
Green circle for the algorithm. Yeah, it doesn't count because I'm not playing your video. Lol, that's the spirit. I was afraid you were going to be boring. Shadowjack is another one of my viewers who's hilarious and always destroying these.
I'm sure he's hilarious.
See, I'm not going to kink shame you, but you
destroyed.
Need Jesus.
I want to apologize to all of our fans who have been destroyed in Sturgis's comments.
Destroyed
by Sturgis and Shadow Jack 239.
Why? Because I'm describing how you all suck each other off. Disappointing. I'll grade you a D, since that's all you seem to be interested in. This was my favorite comment right here. I laughed out loud reading that. D for drugs depends on what kind. Well, apart from legalities, that's entirely your freedom of choice, but at least we can all agree on that.
Oh my God.
Remember before he said he was liking the negative comments because it was trolling, but if you notice now, he's not doing that anymore.
Oh, little puss, backing out.
Yeah.
There's more signs that we're cutting him deep. We're getting to him.
Twigger.
I want to go back to just that libertism we just heard. Apart from the legalities, that's entirely your freedom of choice. Those libertarians, they kind of make me cringe.
Yeah.
I don't know how you deal. Honestly, don't know how you deal with these clowns. Keep up the great work content. Will do. Because you know they're right on Isom is crap and how dumb. And here's pissy neckbeard person. You can't be correct on opinion.
Hell's only just ripping.
Someone should do like how people edit Brett Keane saying a bunch of dumb shit together. Should take these where he's reading the negative comments about Eric July and Isom and make a video where he's just like trashing Eric July and Isom. Because it would be so.
And then,
yeah.
And then we could make a fake Rippa versus Goalpost Twitter.
Yeah.
And upload them to that Twitter at Eric July. So Eric July sees him, and Eric July will not think it's the actual, and he'll start responding to him and attacking him.
I want it now. Somebody make this. Somebody out there make that.
Savage.
Go to his channel and just cut up these videos of him doing this, because he reads all these negative comments, and then make him sound like, I don't know, like make him say a bunch of dumb stuff that he'd be embarrassed of.
Yeah. Get that D-sucking thing in. All the Eric July hate. So good. And then just make the channel look exactly like Rip a Goalpost channel.
Yes.
Like change the L in Goalpost to a capital I or something so you can't even tell. And then just start replying to Eric July. Look what this guy said. Eric July.
Yeah.
Get him.
See?
Get him.
Literally almost every comment is this guy. And he claimed that I stopped responding. Like, I never stopped responding. You're just dumb. I find it funny that it's saying Rip versus customers attacking and harass, or so they claim, and yet they are the
one.
one.
By you guys. You so stupid. Moron.
Stupid.
The Tweez man.
We fat. We fat.
Ones attacking for their NPCs to harass people. Or asking for their NPCs to harass people. Asking for people to do bad things to Eric July at STCC. No one is saying they are attacking or harassing them. You try to trigger them with stupid lame insults, but you end up making yourself that much more pathetic and desperate. Also, no one gives a crap about Eric July to ruin the STC experience to attack him. Yes, I have made videos that show that people were calling for violence against Eric July and Gary from Neurotic on top of that. So yes, there are people doing that. There's proof out there. I have videos of
Who cares?
Yeah.
When you're out there and you put yourself out in the public space and you get a big following like these guys do, there's going to be people that don't like them. It's a waste of time to dedicate an entire channel to defending them. Are they not big boys? Can they not handle themselves? It's kind of makes it seem like they can't, and they're very fragile.
They do. They need their collective ego to stroke each other, or else the Eric July will collapse. He needs the fan base to stroke his fucking ego. He can't stand man-to-man with any sort of commentary. We've seen that time and again. You see him live when Dick Masterson showed up in that live call. You can see his face and his heart
shut up.
sink.
He let his crew of goons stick up for him, who didn't even read his comic, by the way. They had not read it or paid it.
Yeah.
Like Yellow Flash maybe like skimmed through it.
He was the one that thought that Isom could fly.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think he just kind of was like, either he didn't read it and full out lied, or he just like flipped through the pages and like looked at the pictures.
And the funniest part about it is in that entire comic book, the only power that they confirm he does or doesn't have is that he can't fly. That's the only power they confirm he doesn't have in the book.
They make it seem like he's either like super strong or like just a badass fighter.
Yeah, but they don't confirm it. And all he says, he's like when he falls from the sky, he confirms that he cannot fly.
Right.
That's the only confirmed power he does or doesn't have is not flying. It's like,
and Yellow Flash thought he could fly.
He could fly. He could fly. No, that's the literal one power they said he couldn't do.
So you're wrong. They might say his comic sucks and he has no talent, but that's not the attack. And let's be clear, anyone can get a table at SDCC at any convention. I don't think anyone can get time at the CGC booth. I don't think just anyone can do that. But
the CGC booth?
I don't know what that is, so I'm not going to speak to that.
I'm going to look up the CGC booth. A CGC booth at Comic-Con. What are we looking at for a CGC booth?
It's at San Diego Comic-Con. It's at San Diego Comic-Con, whatever it is.
Hope and Seeth. So don't make it out like he's doing something special. He's not a guest.
Okay, so it says CGC companies accepting submissions at San Diego Comic-Con. Certified guarantee company.
The NPCs won't let me be or let me be me. I guess they think obscene or maybe they think I disgusting. Why y'all keeping discussing?
Oh, dropping some bars in the TTS.
He's a guest on a panel, and he is going to be at the CGC booth, which, by the way, this isn't news if anybody who watches Air July. Because of how easy it is to call them out on these being morons.
So CGC is like a grading company?
Oh, is it?
So he was invited via a grading company?
Which is like...
This is not a big deal. All these companies buy their way on the platform and invite people to come in and work underneath them. Not anybody could be CGC, but just about anybody could buy a booth next to CGC and have their own shit there. This is like, this big company that saw that this man made millions of dollars, invited him to be a guest at San Diego Comic-Con. Okay.
Easy to ridicule. Imagine how much easier to rip on, again, grammar. You must not have a life. You're always here, but I appreciate you pushing me in the algorithm.
I mean, do you have a life? You just spent like 20 minutes reading hate comments.
I gotta be honest, there's a lot of people that have lives that also entertain themselves by doing some dumb shit like playing Brick Breaker or having sex. Like, this is fine.
We have handheld computers that we carry with us everywhere we go. So it's very possible to have
Maybe they're taking a dump while they're dropping shit on you.
Maybe.
2 for 1. Who knows?
How the algorithm works. You have to watch the majority of the video for it to count as a view on YouTube. It's not the same how Musk artificially increased the views numbers for Tucker. And thanks to DP, I don't have to watch your video on your channel. Well, they have to watch my video, just like I have to watch.
Hold on. No, I don't have to watch your video. I download your video, so I don't actually watch your video. I right-click on it, and I have a YouTube downloader app on my computer, so I download your video without actually giving you a view on YouTube, and we're just watching a file, a copy of your video. So, no, you're not getting a view from me. I'm just downloading your video externally from YouTube. So no, you're wrong. I don't. This is VLC player here. I don't have a browser window pulled up, so you're not getting a view at all from me.
I have to essentially click on their video in order to make fun of it.
You're such an amateur, my friend.
Why to be a man and do live simulcast? Come on, big boy, talk to them directly. I don't talk to trans fats.
You're one of them.
They don't agree with me.
They don't agree. Oh, you don't talk to people who don't agree with you. I see.
Come on, where's your courage? Can't you do a simulcast? Because I have better things to do.
What do you... You're not demonstrating that at all. You could have been talking to us this whole time and owning us and making us look totally dumb, Sturgis. Then we would just cower away and you wouldn't have to worry about us.
And I remember when you were at 369 subs around when I subbed. Glad to see you're growing faster than these fat asses waistline. And that must get your holo wet, huh? It's that, like, bro.
How can you say you're growing faster when we have over, what, like 1,000 times?
I mean, he's just holding on to the fact that he's getting like 30 new subscribers, so it makes him happy.
Oh, no. Okay. So we have like 100 times his subscribers. Roughly.
More than that, yeah, but he's just happy. He's happy. Something in his life is going well for him for once. This is good for him. He's happy.
Get a life. Like, you need to find a hobby, dude.
Sounds like you're triggered. Sounds like you're mad.
You really need to find a hobby. But then I was...
I mean, hobbies come in all shapes and sizes, my dude.
Have no material. Correct me if I'm wrong, but don't the watch time and comments from their brainlet minions that were sent after you help your channel? Comments 100%, watch time potentially. I have a very basic understanding of it since I'm not a content creator. Thanks for the info. But then he would have no material.
Who cares? Help your channel. We don't want your channel to fail. We don't really care, dude. We're here just to comment on you being a goof because Eric July was being a goof and he's got little goof simps. And he was such a goof that his goof simps are even goofier.
Yes.
And that's all we're doing, dude.
Yep.
You're a chubby goof. Succeed all you want. We don't really care to see you fail. We will gladly react to your failure.
Nah.
We like that.
Or success. That's fine. Because his version of success is kind of a failure to us anyway.
There's so much weirdo crap going on Twitter. I'd have content for years. Of course, these drunken morons are the type to have their...
I'd have content for years. We've had content for years. You're just part of it. You're the new flavor of the month, dude. We've been doing this for years. It's easy peasy, pumpkin squeezy.
They hate. But if it happened to them, they would be all upset about it.
No, we wouldn't. All of your fans are welcome to come here. You tell them not to, but they are welcome. They can come here and say whatever they want.
Something similar actually happened. There's no hate. They literally would not care. The fuck you talking about? Lol, what? Like, it just goes on and on, dude. Like, I could be here all day. All day.
I thought you had time. I thought you didn't have time.
Like, the being here all day part is not, it's not intriguing to me. Like, I'm waiting for this to end at this point. Jesus,
what
Sturgis.
a lowbrow teeny take. Oh, man. Oh, his response to this, where he's saying Spawn would destroy Isom. It really is. I agree. But yeah, these are the type of things that I have to deal with every day, which is hilarious. Like I said, it only makes y'all look terrible. It only makes y'all look worse. It makes your fan base look worse than mine, which my fan base is some of the best people. So It makes my fan base look great. It makes your fan base look terrible. At the end of the day, continue to do it. Continue to send people here so I can continue to make more content, continue to gain more subscribers. Again, I thank everyone who watches the channel, subscribes to the channel. All of you are amazing. I appreciate all of you. And I appreciate you also for checking out this video. If you do like this video, hit the like button.
Hit the
and
like
like I said at the
button.
beginning of the video, do not comment, post, or do anything of that nature. Interact with
Why not?
anything I showed you here, any video, any Twitter post, or anything like that. Leave all your comments in the comment section down below. Subscribe for more content. Hit the bell for notifications. Set the bell to all that we get notifications anytime I post a new video. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.
Well, wasn't that special?
Well, wasn't that? That was the church lady's catchphrase.
Yeah, show us your gut, you chubby goof.
Chubby goof. Let's check out. We're gonna check out King Cobra's response to the new documentary that we're going to be reviewing coming up here soon.
Damn.
So it doesn't spoil too much, too. He just reacts to a few things that were said about him. But the documentary is 2.5 hours, and there's a lot of content. A lot of people don't like it and say it's bad. I'm going to be honest, like, it's not the greatest. There are some errors. I think the guys that did it could have planned a lot better and expected the nature of Josh a lot better. But I will say Josh in his older years is a lot less cooperative than he was with the last two documentaries too, I will say. So he was clearly like less cooperative this time. Here he is right here.
What up, YouTube? The new documentary aired. I liked the way it was edited, and I appreciated the crew coming out to film. However, there are a couple of things I'd like to politely critique. Being called dumb, I'm a lot smarter than people give me credit for.
Fact.
And then treating...
You know what's interesting? When they were interviewing King Cobra at the end, they did ask him some tough questions. And when they did, he closed his eyes and did like a good portion of the interview with his eyes completely closed, which was interesting. Like when
he was in the Cobra zone,
I could tell, because on the internet he would normally ignore it or like respond to it in a different way, but it was someone who he liked well enough sitting right there with him asking him these questions, and his only response was to really like shut down. It was interesting.
I mean,
did they call him dumb?
I don't remember that, but maybe. I don't know. I've watched it in pieces over several days now. So.
As though I'm some arrogant, self-absorbed prick who gets bullied all the time.
On the ride, Josh also started talking about Dylan Mulvaney, which was the first of about 40 times he would utter that name in one evening.
I mean, I do deal with the bullying, but I didn't threaten anyone, like they said in the video. Fuck Cyrax, he's a fucking piece of shit. I kick his ass without having any boxing training, dude.
You don't
scrawny ass. The bar scene where I sang karaoke was awesome. You heard a chick say, "That goth pipe smoker smells good."
I didn't hear that. This is great.
I heard it.
So I think Josh has like really bad allergies. He should probably be on some kind of allergy medication. But here he sneezes so hard that he like headbutts the table and like his hat like flies across.
I was not too drunk when I left the bar. I sneezed and my hat fell off. But the way the camera is angled, it is what it is.
Oh, dude, that's good cinema right there.
Yeah.
They filmed my TV stand being dusty, and they're like, "Oh God, it's so gross." But as you can clearly see, it's been dusted. It said "fuck the trolls" in the dust.
He's got a PS3 that I don't think sees a lot of action.
Because I was being funny. I thought that bit would be
He hasn't
hilarious.
dusted that thing off since the streak and started.
The documentary. My trolls need fucking help, I will say that. They also seem to think in the new documentary that making videos has become a chore. I disagree. Making videos is never going to be a chore. It's just coming up with creative ideas and recipes. There was a bell tower down.
This is This is a clip from the interview.
On the street going off.
See how his eyes are closed?
Mm-hmm.
And there were crows and ravens flying over my head. You ask me a question, you film me answering the question. That's what the documentary is. Just like the interview. And then, right at the interview, you fucking had this... Before that interview, you had this grossed out look on your face like...
When Josh is confronted with too much, he doesn't really just start to get angry, he just kind of shuts down. He doesn't really get pissed, he just fully stops responding. This is kind of the point that we got to with him.
So he was doing anger management.
Continue on his own.
So you're telling me you pushed him to his limits and he didn't go over his limits. Good for him.
My YouTube trolls need to get a life.
In the middle of the interview, he responds with text to speech to these random troll texts that he gets. And in the middle of the interview, he just like responds to some random troll text. Like,
more than I need to get laid. Your obsession with me is fucking sad. Sorry about that. Instead of being like, oh, hey, cool Cobra. What are your thoughts on this? It's a documentary about me. I don't see how I wasn't trying to overtake the conversation with that. The girl still look on his face. Then he had the nerve to say that he dislikes snakes and reptiles and shit.
He did, yeah. The narrator, the filmmaker guy, did say that he has like a weird, like irrational fear of reptiles, kind of. So,
wow.
I mean,
and then the question I should have asked him is, then why the fuck did you film it? You didn't have to give me anything.
Because he wanted to show Puff. Because at the time, Puff was like brand new when he came and filmed this shit. Like he had just gotten him.
Dude, I would not have been grumpy if you didn't show up with booze. Like, I haven't had alcohol in a couple days, and quite frankly, I don't need it. I'll drink it when I feel like it. So it doesn't mean I have to have it all the time, because that's bullshit. People think I'm stupid. It just works out better for me, so I don't care at this point. I'm so used to being...
There's some major audio issues with the documentary. Like, whoever did the audio mix of it didn't know how to level to where,
That's
like,
too bad.
you have to, like, turn it down because it gets, like, really loud all of a sudden, and then you have to, like, turn it back up. Yeah, the audio sync does go off at some point, but also the leveling.
Called it retarded and shit. In hindsight, I wish I would have dusted the TV stand off before filming, but that was kind of funnier with the documentary, especially when it said "fuck the trolls." So I can enjoy my Halloween.
You know, I get why he didn't do it. He's comfortable at home. Cobes is the kind of guy that's very comfortable at home, but we had this grand idea of like filming this crazy Cobes documentary where like we brought him out to Seattle. He hung out here for a little while. We took him out to bars and did shit he wanted to do. These guys were trying to get him to go hiking and shit. He didn't want to do that. Like, I think I know better what Cobes would want to do. He wants to go out to bars. He wants to chill in like a chill environment too and have some drinks. He likes going to casinos. He likes listening to music. He likes karaoke night. He likes concerts and like live music and that kind of shit. That's his style. He doesn't want to. They were trying to get him to like train in boxing with them and stuff. It's like, what? Have you watched him at all? Like at all? You like he's not gonna do a workout with you, dude. Come on.
Yeah, they were trying to make him Sean Saunders. They were trying to puppet him. He's not the puppet. That's Sean Saunders. Josh Saunders is the puppet master. You don't pull his strings.
Give a shit about what my trolls do.
Yeah, honestly, the shit I was going to do for Cobra when he came out here, I just kind of did when Shabisky came out here. So Shabisky got to taste like all my fancy beers that I bought. And I took Shabisky, like, it was cool hanging out with my friend Shabisky. It was like a different kind of experience than it would have been with Cobra. Cobra, it would have been like kind of awkward just because, just how it is. But like, I kind of was just like, oh, well, fuck, Shabisky will come and hang out and I'll just buy him some cool beers and that kind of stuff.
But it's not about Cobra and how.
Honest Red, you're a slave to your biases.
Halloween costume, having a drink at a bar on Halloween just triggers my trolls. They're so jealous of me. Their hatred of me.
Juggalo V says, bad effing amateurs. Real documentary filmmakers would just observed him. Yeah, if they were really about like the other two documentaries, they didn't really push him too much. They
interviewed him, but that's about it.
They offered him tattoos. They offered him wings. Like, let's go get you to all-you-can-eat wings. They gave him things he wanted to do, and they let him do it. They weren't trying to push him.
They bought him the hottest wings. Like Buffalo Wild Wings has had this wing challenge for decades now, and it's a plate of the hottest wings that they offer there, which are like burn your face off kind of hot. So
and Cobra delivered. People who want to come in
finished.
And, like, control Cobra. The people who want to control Cobra are missing the point. He is not the guy you control. He's the guy that you hope to capture his realness, his moments.
I had this idea of like taking him to a clock tower and like going up and like looking at the bell and stuff. There's a lot of buildings in the Seattle area where you can do that. There's like old churches and that kind of stuff. There's all kinds of shit. Like I had it pretty much like nailed down. I had it nailed down. I think Cobra would have liked Pioneer Square a lot. Like, cause there's a lot of like kind of grungy bars down there, like old ones that I think if Cobra lived in Seattle, he'd be sleeping in an alley in Pioneer Square.
He'd live in the underground area of Seattle, the Seattle Underground.
Yeah, the Seattle Underground. Yep.
It'd be his new lair.
It's
He'd be
true.
kicking it too.
Yeah. Yeah, and there'd be a tunnel from there to King Street Station where there's like a giant clock tower. And he would be the Boglum of King Street Station.
He'd have a bike that he could ride underneath underground Seattle to the clock tower when weather permits.
I love it.
Feels their life. You spend all day texting me like, oh, you're going to have some weird effect on me. Ooh. Bro, people like watching my videos.
Hell
and
yeah.
you can argue with me on it, but then why the fuck would you go out of your way to film a documentary? As they did say in the documentary, I did not stink. My apartment wasn't disgustingly filthy.
Nope. The only thing they said about his apartment was that the TV stand over there was dusty. That's really the most that they said about the cleanliness, and they did say he didn't stink. So
Samoan says, after you planned out your romantic dream date with King Cobra, they want to know my romantic dream date with King Cobra. I would obviously go to Casper, Wyoming, because I would try and take Cobra out with all the locals, and I would try and fish out who possibly become Cobra's next streak ender. Well, not the opposite of a streak. I would try and get him a slump. I would try and get him a slump buster in his hometown. He could make love with for like 4 or 5 months until the internet finally destroys their relationship. But I'd get him there.
The problem with that theory is something that we kind of noticed in the documentary is that Cobra is trespassed from a disproportionate amount of public places in Casper.
I'd make it work.
In your fantasy, sure, you would.
No, I have supreme social emotional intelligence.
Well, we all know what you think of yourself. We get it.
Take a little bit.
That's not true. The majority of the audience loves me more than I love me.
That sounds like a Cobra-ism.
And
that's just a fact,
and it's
man.
not possible.
Just because you're blind to many, many things, including the audience's love for me, doesn't mean I'm wrong.
It's like, well, you want me to look presentable on camera?
On the way to Josh's apartment, I told him that we were on our way, and he said he still hadn't showered yet. We sat outside his apartment and waited, and waited, and waited. After about an hour of waiting in the car, he texted us and said that his nails were drying, so it would be a little bit. I think we waited outside for almost 2 hours before Josh wandered into the parking lot from his apartment.
Have these guys never worked with a rock star before? This is just rock star behavior.
I just feel like they never watched Cobra before. Like,
for real.
I would not have left to pick him up until he was like, I'm ready. And then I would have left.
I think the second that the documentary becomes them complaining about Cobra not working with their time, we realize the real problem here.
They should have.
These guys don't know anything about King Cobra.
Well, they were only there for like 3 days. They should have been there for like 6, 7 days, like a whole week. Because you're working on Cobra time, and he works on, like, Cobra time is his own chaotic time. Like, no, like, he adheres to only that. You got to admire it to a degree.
Hell yeah. Cobra walks to the beat of his own drum.
A bit, minus the TV stand, which, oh wait, I did wipe that down within the 3 days they were here filming. I haven't lost the spark to make videos. I'm still making them. Nobody stopped me at the fucking door when I went into Albertsons at one time, so I...
He's talking about the grocery store that he's trespassed from, and they went in there. I don't know if he forgot or if he just didn't want to tell them, but as soon as they went in, they called the cops, and the cops showed up. And the cops were like, we're going to wait and see if they want to file charges against you. So there was like a chance while the documentary was going on that Cobra could have went to jail if the people at Albertsons wanted to be dicks about it, because he was already criminally trespassed from there. So he was literally like a misdemeanor if they would have pushed it, which is crazy.
The ban got lifted. And then, like, you know...
It doesn't seem like the ban got lifted, Cobes. I'm sorry.
The asshole who saw me go in there, I was not drunk when I was in Albertsons. I wasn't. It's just misinformation. It's part of being a YouTube celebrity.
Just misinformation.
Part of persona and physique, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. The people they allegedly talk to say I'm a nuisance to the community. Piss off.
One Casper resident said, and I quote, "Josh is a huge nuisance to the Casper community."
Kiss my Asperger.
It was probably somebody who delivers for DoorDash.
Could be. They interview the mayor of Casper in this, which is interesting.
That's funny. Did the interview guy say that the person who said he's a huge nuisance to the community, did he get them to say why, or did he just read off one person's comment?
I don't remember.
That's some bullshit. Bullshit. This is bullshit. Documentary's bullshit.
You don't ask to be harassed. I sure as hell don't. But for the foreseeable future, if I do go to a bar or any bar and drink, I don't get blackout drunk, and I don't mention the bar where I'm at if I film.
See, he learned. He learned. When he's out at a bar, don't get blackout drink, and don't tell your online audience where you are.
Yeah, he had a few successful nights out, not too recently, but not too far in the past either. He knows. He's learned.
So the bar doesn't get harassed. And I thought the people who filmed the documentary were fans, but the dude's calling me dumb.
Even though he's dumb.
Yeah.
Then at the same time,
wow, dude.
Hey, Josh is a good dude, you know, this and that. I'm just like, okay, whatever. It kind of felt like the writer was kind of dogging on me a little bit.
Yeah,
by the time
fuck him.
Finished cooking, which lasted around 5 to 6 hours, we definitely didn't have time to do the interview. Pouring alcohol straight onto his floor and generally slurring around.
I like the way that turned out based off the reaction that it's getting. I'm like, that's what I was going for. Otherworldly and just like next level world.
He attempted to make his double down. I remember shortly before this happened, he was in our chat and I showed him the double down video and he was like, chef's kiss. So I think I gave him a little bit of inspiration, but he didn't get to deep fry it. He doesn't have a means to deep fry. Because the one time he tried to deep fry something, he started a fire. So
that's not good.
Yeah, he normally does it in his oven. He like bakes it instead.
I like his candy collection on top of the fridge. He's got some atomic warheads up there. I think those now and laters maybe.
One of my taste buds, oh.
Like, he could have, like, made the documentary where it wasn't, like, dogging on me or anything. I'm just like, well, if you had a problem with me, why'd you film it in the first place?
Yeah, Hawkeye.
Exactly.
My double down probably took, like, 20 minutes. So, I don't know.
And if you're a fan, why would you call me dumb? You know, people think just because I have Asperger's that I'm some useless retard who can't tie his shoes.
I don't think this guy watches Cobra.
Well, I think this guy calling him dumb in the video is disrespectful. I could see why Cobes would be mad here. That's pretty shitty. He lets the guy into his home.
But you defend him unconditionally.
This is conditional. He let him into his home. Of course it is.
Anytime this guy, this episode and literally every other episode, if anyone says anything negative about Cobra, you defend him unconditionally.
Well, that doesn't matter because this time it's conditioned. This guy's a fucking snake, dude. This guy's a snake. Look at Hawkeye, who does not defend Cobra, saying, yeah, the 1 foot in, 1 foot out stance they're coming from is kind of whack. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Like I said.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't defend him unconditionally. I'm way more genuine about it than you are.
Well, only when he's not watching.
No, that's not true. That's not true. But yeah, like I said, I don't think this guy even watches Cobra because he was very I think he heard of Cobra and heard that Cobra was kind of popular in a way.
Does this guy have a channel of his own?
It's a pretty big channel. Yeah,
So he was coming in with the rock star mentality that he was the rock star.
Yes.
And he was trying to interview King Cobra, who is the actual rock star. And that's why we have a pissy little documentary.
Yeah.
Because this guy is not coming in as a documenteur.
Yes. Yeah, the middle one is the best one.
For years never typing a single message ever.
Thank you.
Samuel Stover. Thank you for
that. Getting
Ben to his next drink.
The first one's kind of cool though because you get to see young Josh young Josh and current Josh are noticeably different people, which when I was 20 years old, I was pretty different than I am now, obviously. So cheers, everybody.
I'm going to be taking a year off from Drunken Peasants so I can edit the ultimate King Cobra documentary, guys. I'm announcing that starting in the 13th month of the year, I'll be making the ultimate King Cobra documentary.
Well, Dingy trying to mix it, but it's all good. Splash that there.
It is what it is, man. I'm used to the critique and the stereotypes.
I wish you weren't used to it, Cobes. I wish these guys were the type of guys that were worthy of inviting into your home.
We're going to do a reaction to the full thing coming up next week.
Also cooked the bacon for way too long, and it made the house...
Ooh, did you see he dropped the spatula on the floor?
Really smoky. It was so bad that we had to keep switching off of cameras to go in the other room and cough. The sheer amount of Cajun seasoning that Josh used...
The thing that was really stupid was they went to a casino. Cobra wanted to go to a casino. They were mad that they couldn't film in the casino, which I guess if you don't go to casinos a lot, you wouldn't know that filming in a casino is a no-no and they'll kick you out. But then they were like, gambling's degenerate. It's like, okay, well, I think you're saying that because you lost. I don't know, to each their own. Some people gamble, some people like it. But to say it's degenerate, you're filming a fucking King Cobra documentary. What?
Also made my nose run really bad.
So is this a documentary or a complaint diary? Dear diary.
Well, no.
I went to King Cobra's house and guess what?
Well, no.
He wasn't a good cook.
No. Obviously, this is King Cobra's things about the documentary he doesn't like. So they're singling all that out and only playing those parts. The documentary is 2.5 hours long, and we're only watching 10 minutes of Cobra pointing out the things he doesn't like about it.
Well, so far, the stuff that they've been complaining about is wussy stuff that they should have known if they were actual Cobra viewers.
Right, that's what I've been saying this whole time.
Yeah, well, that's what I just said this time.
Well, thank you.
I'm not trying to force anything. I'm just doing my thing. People gotta read too much into it and throw labels. It's so stupid. This whole low-cal bullshit. But it is what it is. I appreciate the exposure nonetheless. As you can see in this video, I dusted off my damn TV stand.
That was a fine response, Josh. That was a fine response.
Yeah, I was excited.
What could have been?
What was that?
You know what that documentary could have been?
What?
An hour and a half of a good documentary if they would have cut out all the crybaby diary shit.
I mean, you'll see. Have you watched any of it?
No. If we're gonna watch it, I'm not gonna watch it.
Yeah,
independently.
It's all right, but someone else probably could have shot a better one. Someone else could have planned better. That kind of thing. Like if I had to go to Casper to shoot it, I would just find out what bars Josh isn't banned from. There's at least one, the karaoke bar that they went to, and I'd probably just go there every night. Or like go to a bowling alley, like even if he doesn't want to bowl, that's a good place to like have drinks. Or I don't know, go to a tattoo shop, go to a guitar shop, that kind of thing. Maybe like I would bring my guitar and like rock out with Josh. Like just play chords and let him solo to it or whatever. That kind of thing. Honest Red says he's getting a little unnecessarily mad about the dumb comment. He's also clipping it dishonestly. He didn't clip those videos. Somebody else edited it together, clipped. He was just responding. And I don't think he's getting unnecessarily mad about the dumb comment. Well, he brought those guys in thinking they were fans and they called them dumb. That's rude. So let me unpack this. Honest Red, as I said earlier, is a slave to his own biases, and Honest Red thinks Cobra is dumb. I've seen him say it multiple times, and that's because he gets offended by some of Cobra's more edgy takes. And he'll try to say that's not true, but we know it. We know it.
Boglum Chronicles edited the video, so if you're trying to take it up with Boglum Chronicles, we're gonna have to fight, Honest Red, because Boglum Chronicles makes good videos that we talk about on our show, so we don't have to watch unedited clips. Duh.
All right.
Would Martin Scorsese direct a documentary on King Cobra? Yes, that would be great. I think Peter Jackson would do a better job with Cobra as far as documentaries go. He did the Beatles documentary and the World War I documentary. He's a great documentateur.
Oh, look.
Hey, Rip Reverse Goalpost. Good to see you in the chat, buddy. Glad to see you here.
We're obsessed with KingCobraJFS. You're right.
We missed you, Rip Reverse Goalpost. Do you have a webcam?
Are you Eric July?
Would you like to be a guest on Drunken Peasants podcast soon? Could we have you on as a guest? Would you like to call in and have a conversation with Billy and Ben as a guest?
You can do it. You're so smart. We're so dumb. You're so smart. We're so dumb. You can make us look like idiots. Rip Reverse Goalpost. Please do it.
Be our guest, we're obsessed. Be our guest, Rip Reverse Goalposts. Come on, we're obsessed. We want you on. Don't be a coward. Don't be a corward. Come on. Be our guest, we're obsessed. We're obsessed. Seriously, come be a part of the show, dude. Come on. One of these episodes coming up. Message into the Twitter at us, and we'll get you on as a guest.
Yeah.
Put your camera on.
You can put us in our place.
We'll be honest with you, dude. Do it, man. You love our clips so much, man. Come on and be a part of the show.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
They want to make an expose. We'd be handing them so much good content.
Come on, man. Come on in. You'll be our friend. Come on, man. I bet you Goalpost is a fat. No. We know that there's only one chubby dork goof that's fat that calls us the fats. And then Eric July's illustrator for his comic book is a fat. There's no way there's more than those two fats in the Rippaverse, right? Because Eric July says no to fats. So we can't have his co-collaborator on the book be a fat and Rippaverse Goalpost be a fat.
Norfrica.
For those of you that haven't read the ISOM comic book, if you're not familiar with Sonichu, Chris Chan's comic book, where he mixes Sonic the Hedgehog and Pikachu together for a character. The glowing end of the ISOM book #1 is him taking a Norse god and an African god and mixing them together in a band called, or a group called Norfrika. He literally sonitude a Norse god and an African god, like a Norse warlord, African warlord. He sonitude them together as Norfrika. It was insane.
Don't leave him alone with his mom.
He pulled the sonitude gimmick in his debut comic book. It was so funny. He was writing his book and he's like, you know what would be dope? You know what would be dope? You know, if I took a Norse god warlord guy and an African god warlord guy, and I put them in a metal band, and since he was North and he was Africa, Norse and Africa, I'll call it Norfrika. Yeah.
Let me check the Twitter. Maybe you know what? I was assuming Ripaverse Goalposts has already left, but let me see, because they're. Let me see here. I'll even give him a follow. I'm following Ripaverse Goalposts now.
Way better.
Come on, Ripaverse, follow me back. We'll DM. I'll send you a link.
Norfrika.
And you can get all the content you want.
Come on in. Tell us how you're doing.
He's got to get the voice changer first because he doesn't want people to know it's Eric July on a sock account.
I don't know why he got so quiet when we invited him on. Is our obsession? When we offered him to put his money where his mouth was, he didn't want to money up. He didn't want to pony up.
His mouth is already somewhere else. I think we know where it is.
Oh no.
Yeah.
He's playing those giddy up games.
Giddy up games. So we got about like 15 more minutes and we'll wrap it up, and then we'll be back on Wednesday. Man, I was hoping Whipaverse Goalposts would. I'm even checking like requests. I'm like, maybe it just got lost, you know? Nothing?
He just doesn't want it.
No.
He doesn't want to be a part of our obsession. Be our guest. We're obsessed. We're obsessed. It was nice for him to show up, though, and then immediately hide the second he got offered a moment to man up.
All right, pipe smoking lemur, you demand an hour more, then finish the goal tonight, and we'll do an hour more, and then on Wednesday, we're just going to do like a normal, like 2.5 to 3 hour show. I don't know. Tip train.
Just the tip.
Just the train.
Pipe smoking lemur. All I gotta say here right now, I knew you were kidding. I thought it was hilarious. I laughed very hard.
It's cool. Like tomorrow, I think I'm gonna hang out with Adam and maybe even Voosh tomorrow.
Voosh V?
No, Voosh. Because they're.
That sounds like Roosh with a V.
Because Adam's coming through town because he's flying into Seattle. So we're hanging out before he goes home. And I think Voosh might be there too. I don't know.
A lot of people think Vouch is bad.
That's a meme.
What, Ben?
That's a meme.
I don't know if that's true. Vouch bad.
You know. Oh shit! Does that mean I have to take another shot because we're at 5? Or hold on. Did I already do that?
Actually, I don't know. Did you? Wouldn't our chat be telling us that you had to?
When did the last dono come in?
I think you've had enough drinks for us both to forget. I have no idea. I'm getting word that you did not take the drink, but I think that could be tomfoolery.
Because I just noticed we were like right at 50. Yeah, the last one.
I want to see you.
Okay, there it is. Yeah, I did take it. Because I remember it.
Austin Wardell says everybody say Vaush bad, but no one care if Vaush sad. Oh, want to see us on Vaush's channel?
Hold on. So finally, is Rippaverse just like a bot? Because this is literally what they say every time.
Keep digging that hole. More content for the expose video. He's not a bot. Rippaverse just has a very small brain and can't say many more words than a Pokemon could.
We invited you on the stream. Come on the stream.
Yeah, come on the stream, Papa.
Get all the you can fit all the you could fish all of the content out of us tonight. We'll give you the best expose video ever. Let's do it. I think he's a core word.
Yeah. It sounds like he's failing to understand a live stream. Yes. That's typical Rippaverse behavior.
Can't say I'm surprised.
Classic.
Rippaverse.
No, but if you want to be on the show with us, Rippaverse, and you're not going to call in tonight, set us up time to call in and be a guest on the show. I think it'd be fun time.
They're not going to do it.
Poussey.
Yeah. Buseta. Let's watch something cool before we wrap everything up.
Cool.
This is Matt Gaetz trying to like shake down some Pentagon official with this news story, and it gets reversed on him. Here it is.
Do we have DOD personnel in Ukraine now?
We do. We have a couple dozen at the embassy.
Other than the embassy, any other personnel?
Nope.
How about CIA? Are they training folks in Ukraine?
Not going to talk about that in an unclassified setting.
Is the Azov battalion getting access to U.S. weapons?
Not that I'm aware of.
BANS consent to enter into the record the Global Times investigative report that that talks about training. It's from the Atlantic Council's Digital Forensics Research Lab, citing that the Azov battalion was even getting stuff as far back as 2018.
Without objection, so ordered.
Any reason to disagree with that assessment?
I'm sorry, is this the Global Times from China?
So he's like, well, what about this thing that happened? He's like, is that the story out of the Global Times of China? And then you see Matt Gaetz' face like, holy shit. Did I even look at where I got my source from?
No, this is...
Yep, it is.
Well,
that's what you read.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah, would that be a reason?
As a general matter, I don't take Beijing's propaganda.
Well, no, yeah, but just tell me if the allegation is true or false. I mean,
I don't have any evidence one way or the other. As a general matter, I don't take Beijing's propaganda at face value.
Damn.
Yeah. Dude, the look on his face when he realized, like, oh no. I love it.
He was like, no, actually, well, maybe, well, yeah, it is, but you would agree? No, I'm not going to agree with Beijing propaganda, Papa.
Did you know that Jamie Bodymind basically like fired her mom and now has her own channel where she does
her
own content? Yeah.
Interesting. Jamie McGonigal talks to angels. Does she talk to herself?
She has to say more than it's true.
It's true. How can we help everyone live their individual soul plans during this critical time on our planet?
I don't know what this music is.
Well-intentioned people preparing for careers that are ultimately problematic for Earth's health.
People have done. What should those chemical engineering majors have done? Should they have switched majors and spent more time in school? Should they have just gone into those careers knowing that they were ultimately not good for the world itself? What should they have done?
What should they do?
The guardian angels are saying there's multiple steps. It would have started with something that felt like volunteering, and they're showing it's not someone we personally knew. It might be like an archetype, so to speak.
I love it when we had Ghastly on the one time and he did his little cartoon arms up to like do the it's true shit. It was hilarious.
It's true. Engineering senior at undergraduate school. And they're saying it would have started with volunteering. When we start to volunteer, when we start to give our time to help something that is bigger than ourselves, a door starts to open up inside of us. And it might even just be a door through which we can hear a little bit clearer the big guys upstairs, or hear a little bit clearer our own soul, depending on our...
I can't put my finger on it, but something seems a little different about her.
She's not outside.
Oh. Yeah, that. But something else.
Her soul relationship and the way it's set
She doesn't have her
up.
mom with her.
That's true.
It would have started with volunteering, and then would have started with taking a job where you don't make as much money, but you aren't doing as much evil. So I guess that's the second step. I love how they always say it starts with.
That's good.
So the first step would have been volunteering. The second step would have been taking the least evil job we can find, and then they say the third.
I remember when her she had those videos where she did like energy healings to horses, and the one time the horse bit her.
Yeah,
and she
there's a
kind
couple
of
times, wasn't there?
I only remember once, but it could have been more. But I remember like the horse bit her, not super hard because a horse can bite really hard. It bit her, and she kind of winced for like a second, and then she was kind of like, she like laughed at the horse, like "fuck you, that didn't hurt that bad."
Step
It was funny.
is you start to find a way to actually do it differently, and that might take a long time. And the guardian angels are telling us a secret, which is that when you come to the end of that question of how to do this better, how to do this in a way that is not directly evil, does not directly damage our planet, the answer you're always going to come to is, it's not really feasible. Either it's not feasible because there's no way to get funding for that kind of project. It's not feasible because that kind of project won't be supported, which is also kind of a funding question. It's not feasible because in the process of getting the materials to make that kind of project, you end up being much more ecological.
I miss the "that's true" stuff. Her mom would just like ramble and like never-ending run-on sentences, and then anytime there was a millisecond of a break, Jamie would be like, "It's true." But every now and then it was worth watching for the one moment Jamie would be like, "Nope. Nope." And then they kind of like give each other like this cross look at each other, like, and then sometimes they would argue a little bit about it. I wonder if they had like a disagreement, because they've created their own kind of weird religion together.
I wonder if the angels that talked to them told her to take out her mom.
I hope her mom isn't gone. I just hope. I
don't know.
She has a boomerang behind her on the
People
middle
say that
shelf.
she changed her channel name to Titty Feezer.
That's not true.
Damaging than you would have been otherwise. You come to find however many answers there are to that question.
She has like a painted Aboriginal style boomerang just over her shoulder right there.
Yes.
It's pretty cool.
The magic bullet, so to speak, it doesn't actually...
What? The personal versatile countertop magician? The magic
that's what
bullet?
she uses to make her smoothies.
You can make salsa. You can make like pesto pasta. You can make all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Really work. And then they're saying
You
the
could whip
question
your
is,
breast
what do you
milk
do
into a
when you
nice
discover
whipped cream?
that? When you come to the end of the
cream.
line, when you've done the research, you've built the prototypes, you've realized...
Goldie Fawn asks, is she blind? She's not blind. She's literally connecting to an astral plane, talking to angels.
It makes her eyes go big, and sometimes she'll yawn really big. But no, she's been doing weird shit with her eyes for a very long time.
That we live maybe in a society, in a culture that's based around it not being workable to make something different to break out of it. Well, then what are we supposed to do? This got much more serious than I thought it was going to get. And then what are we supposed to do when we come to the end of that line? Doesn't feel like we're supposed to tie rocks to ourselves and walk into the ocean, because frankly, that was my first guess.
That was your first guess? Was to tie rocks to yourself and walk into the ocean?
Oh no! Well, she's still with us, so
She don't need the magic bullet. She needs a flotation device.
I have the NutriBullet. It's like the magic bullet on steroids, and I'll tell you what, it is something else. It is pretty amazing.
What's the last thing you used it for? Did you make margaritas for the friends?
I made hummus with it. Super garlicky, which is very heart healthy, actually.
Is it? All the hummus they have around here is way too much sodium.
Huh. I don't add salt to it. Like, I use garbanzo beans, tahini, and garlic, and a little bit of olive oil. So
yeah, homemade hummus might be better than that.
Yeah.
I don't know. When I was at the hospital, they had a vegetable plate. The vegetable plate in the hospital was 97 grams sodium. And with hummus, it was like over my allotted meal allowance at like 780 or something. The hummus put it up almost 700 grams sodium. Rebel vs. Goalpost says, when's the last time you shaved your head bald? Many years ago, I was hanging out with some friends and I walked into the bathroom and shaved my head bald and then put my shaved hair back on top of my head. And I walked out with the shaved hair on my head and I went to go pick something up off the ground and my hair fell off. And it scared them. It startled them because all my hair fell off. It was a funny gag.
It was when I was in prison and I was forced to join the Aryan Nation because otherwise I would have been murdered by the non-whites. And I needed the other whites to protect me in prison.
What are we
So that's the end of the show.
What? No one else has a similar story to that? Billy, that didn't happen to you?
Did not happen to me.
Oh.
And what were you in jail for?
You know.
I don't know. We're going to go to commercial break, guys. Have a good night.
By the way, I want to invite everyone, including Ripaverse Goalposts, to our Discord. We're going to have a Discord group voice chat. All you got to do is join the Discord and jump into general voice. I just posted the link right there in the chat. I'm pinning it to the top right now. You should all go over there and hang out. It's a fun time. Join the Discord. By the way, I did go to prison. That wasn't a joke.
Join the Discord.
All right, everybody. I hope you all have a wonderful night, and we will see you all back here on Wednesday. Have a good night, everybody.
Oh, Ripper vs. Golbo said, I bet many of you have pronouns in bio. That's so original. Good job, Ripper vs. Golpost.
You can see, hold on though. You can literally, are you too lazy to click on our profile?
They're putting out a blanket pronoun disc because that's how stupid,
they
how
really
low
are that
intel
stupid.
Ripper vs. Goalpost is. Thank you for that before we left, just showing what a complete knob you are. Good job.
You don't have to bet on it. You can go look.
Goodbye, knob.
Bye.
You chubby goof.